That CD is so clear. I always laugh because when there's a lot of people here, you'll see people go.
Take pride in according to the conference rules, we ask the students of all ages remain in the student sections of the bleachers with their parents. The schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. They have adopted the rules under which this game is conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this event's success. Remember to cheer in a positive manner and be respectful of the officials' decisions. The officials for tonight's event are Al Biersbach of Madison and Clark Slykehouse of T. These officials are registered by the South Dakota High School Activities Association. These individuals have worked hard to learn the rules and administer them at this event. We request that you respect their honest efforts to officiate this contest. And now tonight's order. The Roosevelt O'Gorman duel will be first and will begin at 165 pounds. The Roosevelt T area duel will be next, starting at 175 pounds. And then the O'Gorman and T area duel will be followed final with a beginning at 190 pounds. Tonight's teams can be found in the ratings. The latest ratings. Sioux Falls O'Gorman is 9th in the individual team rankings. T area is rated 8th in the dual rankings.
Here's the second one. Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to T Area High School, T South Dakota. And for the wrestling triangular this evening, O'Gorman High School and Roosevelt High School and the host T Area High School. First match we're going to have here, we've got two mats going. First match we're going to have, if you didn't hear me earlier, welcome to T Area High School, T South Dakota, wrestling triangular tonight. O'Gorman High School, Roosevelt High School, and T Area High School is the host. First match we will have this evening on the main mat, Roosevelt versus O'Gorman. And then the second match, I'm not sure. It'll be one of the two versus T, and then one of the other two versus T. So joined tonight by Rick Williamson and Jeremy Eimers. Jeremy, you came and did this last year and did a bang-up job. So we're hosting three this season, so I hope you can join us for all three.
Yeah, I'll be here for all three for sure. Jeremy
is the local wrestling expert. I would call it wrestling expert. I don't know a lot about wrestling, so I'm the Captain Obvious here tonight, and Jeremy is going to tell us a little bit about the wrestlers and the moves and everything like that. And do you know, Jeremy, are we starting at 106 and just moving our way up?
Looks like we're going to start at 165. So
Okay.
one of the rules they implemented a couple years ago is they do a random draw. That way the pressure's not put on the first wrestler or the lightest wrestler every duel. So 106, the first duel. The next duel, we will bump up one and start at 175. And then the last duel will start at 190.
Okay. That's a really good rule. It's not fair to have the same people leading off.
Yeah, it is.
Every night.
Used to put a lot of pressure on the heavyweight when they were always last if it came down to that last match.
Sure.
And now it puts pressure on different people throughout the season.
Roosevelt girls, they have 3 girls wrestlers. The Titans have 6. O'Gorman has yet to have any wrestlers, and so we're not going to see any O'Gorman versus Roosevelt girls. Roosevelt 126, Sage Lynn Culley. She's a senior. I'm sorry, they have 4. At 132 is Rachel Daigle and Princeland Gatay. Daigle senior, Gatay junior. At 152, Tylena Yazzie, just a freshman. So we see the Roosevelt wrestlers out there now. Titans, they're all young. 100 pounds, Emery Volker, 8th grader. 120, Bailey Miller, a freshman. 126, Lilia Matthews, sophomore. A couple of freshmen, and Lainey Haynes at 132 and 138, Isabella Preheim. And 250, Sydney Brown for the Titans, sophomore. So we see referee Clark Slakehouse.
Receiving the forfeit for Sioux Falls Roosevelt girls, Saywin Coley.
And that was Culley, the senior, at 125. And I'm guessing this is Daigle, Rachel Daigle, senior. Girls wrestling, is it really? I know, of course, the first year it came out a few years ago. Canton had a full squad right away, and some other ones do too. Is it growing as fast as you thought it would, or faster, or not as fast?
It's growing a lot faster than everybody thought. I think I heard Canton has over 40-some girls out for wrestling this year. They had two girls come out for 8th grade basketball. So
oh my
there's
goodness,
no 8th grade basketball team.
Oh, and I just talked with our new girls coach last night. Of course, he came from Canton, Taylor Fechner, coached the Canton boys for 6 years, and he had almost a 500 record, and I told him that's pretty good in Canton. Wrestling,
126 pounds, Rachel Daigle.
that's Daigle. Wrestling Central over there, so 40 girls is pretty crazy. 6, that's the most we've had out. I think we just had 3 last year, including state champ Brianna Johnson.
Yeah, and we've got a lot more girls that are in the youth club now, so we're going to see those numbers continue to increase as the years go on. The T Youth Club's got a new record, 140 youth wrestlers out this year. So the funnel continues to get bigger and bigger. Perfect year to have a new wrestling room, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've peeked in there. I haven't gone in there, but it is the first time in the 23-year history T has I would guess you would say an official wrestling room. The old wrestling room was originally intended for storage, I believe.
Yeah, it was, and it didn't even have a full mat before, so we were at a 2/3 of a mat. Now we're up to a 2-mat room. And,
yeah.
And the kids even said now it's still tight in the room because there's 40-some varsity, JV, middle school kids in that room, so it's getting utilized. Looks like we're going to get started here at Roosevelt and O'Gorman, and then I believe the second duel is going to be the Titans versus Roosevelt, and the third one will be O'Gorman versus the Titans.
Okay.
It's 165. Hopefully they announce the names for us here.
Yeah. We've got a few to choose from. I think Mr. J will hopefully announce them before. If not, we'll see if we can talk him into it or what we can do.
I received an email before the match tonight. It is legal now to play music during the wrestling match. If you really want to hype them up and get them going.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it used to be in between periods and before the start and after the whistle, but it is now legal. It's a national rule that they implemented to create more excitement.
So, like, if you were the home wrestler, you could have kind of your own walk-up song. You could play that song. Is that, could they do that?
You could.
That'd be kind of fun.
You could technically play it during the match if you wanted to.
How cool would that be?
Yeah, it's just got the email sent out today, so I don't think it's brand new news to the state, and I'm sure we'll be seeing some more of that.
You're an old school wrestler. Do you like the rule or
Good
not
question.
like the rule?
Yeah, I like the rule. I hated hearing my mom yell at me.
That's a good take.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I have never been to a wrestling meet before getting involved with T area, and I believe the first one, Principal Cullen Knutson said, "Are you ready for this?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "This is a different kind of fan. It's a different experience. It's pretty crazy sometimes."
I told you a long time ago, when T starts getting a bunch of wrestlers, it's going to be fun because there's nothing better than intense wrestling, like good on good.
You did. What you told me was don't judge wrestling by a bad program. And at that time, let's just be honest, we weren't a good program. We couldn't even fill out every spot. And you were so right, because in the last few years, John Neeson has been here, and it's been a lot of fun to watch Quincy Halverson and just some of the state champs we've had. And
all the little, the young youth in the hallways every night. It's awesome.
Oh.
We have Gavin Boyle, and for Roosevelt, we have Preston Ringling on the scoreboard. Colors-wise, the Gorman will be home in green.
So Gavin Boyle and Karsten Ringling.
Okay. Gavin Boyle, freshman for O'Gorman. And Karsten Ringling, he is a junior from Roosevelt.
We got dual mechanic officials going. So we got Al Biersbach and then Clark Slykehouse. So there's a takedown, double leg takedown by Roosevelt, Karsten, and he releases them. So as we get going tonight, I'll start touching on a few of the new rules that have been implemented. Takedown now is worth 3 points. It's always been worth 2 before. And they have a new near fall rule. So if you turn someone to their back for 2 seconds, it's 2 points. 3 seconds is 3, and 4 is 4.
Oh, wow.
So those it encourages higher point scoring. So as right now, we're up to, it was 3-1, and he put him on his back for 4 here. He's going to be up to 7. Just like that.
Wow.
And he's got that pretty tight. And that's a fall. So win by fall for Gavin Boyle.
Gavin Boyle, freshman.
So is the team score point still the same on a pin?
It is, yeah. 6 for
Still
a pin,
sticks.
6,
6.
5, 4, 3. Yeah, so that all stays the same. So what they did is implemented more offensive scoring, higher points. Matches will get done a little bit sooner, but it's just rewarding the offensive wrestler, both on the top and on their feet.
And Jeremy, where did you wrestle in high school?
I was in Parkston.
Okay.
Parkston, South Dakota.
And how'd you do individually?
Yeah, I was a 4-time placer. Made the finals twice, won it once, got 3rd once. So top 3 my last 3 years.
College at all?
Yeah, I wrestled in college all 4 years. Varsity, 3-time national qualifier and conference champ up at NSU.
Nice.
I didn't catch the names on this one.
I think we've got Oins. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I didn't do name pronunciations. And then, I'm not sure either. I will be quiet next time so we can hear that.
I know. I forgot that too.
There's a high crotch over to takedown, so there's 3. And the officials are still learning these new rules. They're holding up the wrong numbers sometimes.
I was going to say, how long has it been, since the beginning?
Forever, yeah.
I put 2 up on the graphic on the stream here, right on that first takedown. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, I officiated a girls' tournament here last Friday, and this is the first time I've ever held 4 fingers up at once on the mat.
Huh.
So.
Do you like those changes, like
I
the
do.
music?
Yeah, I like the scoring, definitely. Some of the dominant matches will just get over sooner.
Right.
You know, I'm a parent too. I'm an official. I like to get out of the gym sooner than later.
It's like in basketball when it's a running clock. Those officials will make sure they tell the scorekeeper. We laugh about it because it's like.
They'll remind them.
Oh yeah, keep it running just like last night.
Yeah. Scores 3-0 O'Gorman. O'Gorman's got a really good team this year. They've got some upperclassmen, juniors, seniors, and they got some really good young talent coming up. So they are, I would say, one of O'Gorman's best teams that I've seen in the last decade.
Oh, wow. Same coach. Has he been there, Ryan O'Connor?
Ryan O'Connor, yeah, he came in, let me see here. He's been there a few years. He was doing the youth club since 2018, and then he's been coaching the varsity for the last couple of years, and he's really made a big difference. He's brought in a lot of good coaches around him. He's got a Rapid City guy that's there that's helping out coaching. That was a state finalist.
Assistant coaches for O'Gorman, Joe Gomez, Caleb Brink. We'd call him Bubba. Eli Cadone.
Cadone, yeah.
And then Tyler Jones.
Yeah, so Bubba Brink was a state runner-up out in Rapid City. Eli was a 2-time state champ and a 5-time placer here at Roosevelt. So he's actually coaching against his former alumni there. And then O'Connor, he was a 2-time state champ himself and an All-American up at SDSU.
Oh, wow.
And so they've got a lot of good talent and coaching in the room. Scores 6-3 O'Gorman over Roosevelt. So good first period, 175.
O'Gorman leading overall 6-0, leading this match 6-3. Just the second match of the evening so far.
Got the new scoreboard over there. That looks pretty sharp.
Yeah. Scoreboard, video board. We've had some students make some videos for other sports, and we've got a great video Pete Roberts made for football. Hopefully we can do that for inside here for some different sports. A lot of positive changes have come in the 2 years that Clayberg has been the athletic director, and part of that is just because new athletic director, he had things he knew he wanted to do, but the other part is we're going to Double A. You know, we needed that extra gym. We have an auxiliary gym now here at the high school we've never had, and so really exciting time. Like we said, getting a new performing arts center, the new wrestling room, the new auxiliary gym. And
there's another pin by O'Gorman.
2 pins in a row for the Knights. We'll see if we can hear who this is.
This is Keenan Sheridan.
Okay.
So I know that.
Keenan Sheridan at 190, a senior from Roosevelt. Sheridan, that sounds familiar. Did he do something last year? Did he go to state and place?
Yeah, he was a state runner up to Sam Ward.
Sam. Yep.
Oh yeah, okay, that's why they had some.
They had
They had some battles,
rivalry there.
Yes, okay, that's why I kind of remember
We're
that.
still checking in this Roosevelt kid. I'm not sure.
Is this maybe Peyton Shell? I heard them say something about 190. Maybe this is Jonah Rivas Wells.
I don't know if he weighed in at the right weight or not. If
Oh.
he might get qualified.
Roosevelt's open at 190 pounds.
So-
Keenan Sheridan.
So Keenan, he's committed to SDSU Division I. He trains hard as anybody in the state of South Dakota. He's wrestling every day. He's been up at SDSU all summer training. Good kid, and yeah, him and Sam Wordle had some good battles last year, and
They certainly did, all the way to the end too in the state championship.
so excited to see him staying in South Dakota.
Yes.
Pounds. Balls Gorman. Rip Simmons receives forfeit.
Rip Simmonsma, junior there. And I'm guessing this is Daniel Vasquez.
Yep. And Simmons, he placed 8th last year in the state tournament, and Vasquez was a state qualifier.
Okay.
So forfeit is 6 also in team score, correct?
It is. That's
Okay.
correct. Yeah. And if both teams don't,
85 pounds. Balls Roosevelt's open. Daniel Vasquez receives the forfeit.
Vasquez gets the forfeit. So if both teams do not have a kid, then that's a double forfeit, and there's no team points.
Okay.
106 pounds. Roosevelt's open at 106 pounds, receiving the forfeit at 106 pounds for Balls Gorman is Will Norman, currently rated 3rd in the state.
Will Norman, 106.
Will Norman, 9th grader, 3rd in the state. Said Jay, a former wrestler himself on the PA, Jay Swadek, works for the T area Venture Elementary principal.
13 pounds. For Sioux Falls Roosevelt, Xander Holbrook. And for Sioux Falls Gorman, William O'Connor, who's ranked 8th in the state in the latest ratings.
O'Connor, 113, 8th grader, versus Xander Holbrook, a 9th grader.
So this is the coach's kid. This is Ryan's boy.
Okay.
Will, good wrestler. As they stated, he's currently rated 8th in the state in the first weeks of ratings. Their 6-pounders rated 3rd. They received the forfeit before. think I counted 6 or 7 rated kids on O'Gorman's team, so they've
Wow.
got a good lineup. They got 7 rated right now.
Oh, wow.
7 out of 14. So half the team is rated top 12.
What are the rankings? Is it top 10?
Top 12.
12, okay.
Yeah, so top 8, and then they do honorable mention for the other 4.
Okay.
Top 8 place in the state tournament, but then they give recognition. So there's a double chicken wing fall, made it quick business. William O'Connor. Only an 8th grader, so he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Wow. So this will be 120. We'll see who. I think Roosevelt said they're going to be open. So we are wrestling 120, I guess.
120 pounds for Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Brandon Peterson. He'll be facing Colin Heaney of O'Gorman.
Heaney, 9th grader. Colin Heaney at 120, 9th grader. Raymond Peterson, also 9th grader at 120 for Roosevelt.
Take down O'Gorman.
We see these referees. How often do they work? How many days a week can you work, or normally do they work? Probably most weekends.
Yeah, most weekends, and then 1 to 2 days a week, depending on how much they want to do. Usually, I would say in the mid to upper 20 dates or contracts.
Okay.
For a official that's doing a lot, and then I'd say most are between that 10 to 20 range.
Is there a ref shortage for wrestling, like about everything else?
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of, especially with girls wrestling starting. There's now girls tournaments on Fridays and then boys on Saturdays. So you just increase the scheduling of the need for officials.
We've got some of our recent grads here in T that are wrestling.
Another pin by O'Gorman.
Heaney recording the fall for O'Gorman.
Yeah, Maddox Slakehouse is officiating, and Hunter Wilson officiating. Corey Slakehouse is officiating. I'm officiating. Rod Fortin is certified. He's going to sit out this year and watch his kid wrestle.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I believe he did the first ever state girls match. Is that right?
That I'm not sure of.
I think he told me that a few years ago.
126 pounds, Easton Shea received the
Forfeit, 126.
Easton Scheit,
O'Gorman.
freshman for O'Gorman.
132 pounds. Keanu Lee currently receiving honorable mention recognition in the rankings.
Keanu Lee, another 8th grader. Honorable mentions in the ratings.
Bringing us to 138 pounds.
Yeah, he wrestled varsity as a 7th grader last year.
Wow.
He's honorable mention, top 12.
138 pounds of lumber is open. Receiving the forfeit for Roosevelt, Colton Klein.
Klein gets the decision for the Riders.
144
Puts
pounds.
Roosevelt on the board for team score. It's 6-66 right now.
Is this the 144 here?
144 pounds
Yep.
for Roosevelt. We have Sawyer Hutchestead. And for O'Gorman, currently rated 3rd, Slayton Jones.
Slayton Jones for O'Gorman, rated 3rd.
Yeah, Slayton had a really good tournament this last Saturday. Tech Fall, the state place winner at the tournament. Only a freshman. Wrestled varsity last year. Came on really strong at the end of the year. Wrestled at the state tournament. Was a qualifier.
I like it when Jay tells us where they're rated. That's a little extra bonus. Just kind of nice to know. I know that you know that as well.
Yeah.
But Jay is obviously a wrestling fan.
Yeah, Slayton Jones, he wrestles a lot in the summer, puts a lot of extra time in, and it certainly shows during the season. Another fall with the cross-face cradle.
Jones for the call for Gorman.
Jones with the pin.
Bring us to 150 pounds.
72-6.
At 150 pounds for Roosevelt, Daniel Medina, and for Gorman, Stern Pancras.
So Pancrats against Medina.
Stern Pancrats, senior. Medina, freshman. And did they say 130 or did he mean 150? Okay.
150. Another new rule I forgot to mention is 1 point of contact is all you need to have in the circle. They changed that rule, so as long as 1 point of contact is touching the mat in the circle, the rest of everybody else's body can be out of bounds, but that's still action in bounds. Once everybody steps out of bounds, then it's officially out of bounds.
How is that scored?
Used to be that you had to have 2 points of contact in bounds to score. Now you just need the one.
Okay.
So there's a takedown right to his back. So he can technically, if he doesn't get the fall, it's a 7-point move. But he's got the fall, so it's over.
Pancras with the fall for Gorman.
Are moving right along.
Yeah.
This school, 157 pounds.
Pancrats has been wrestling his entire career since he's been 5, and
Wow.
he's had a good career. A lot of experience on this O'Gorman squad.
Yeah, they're just moving right along tonight. 157.
157 pounds for Roosevelt, Katie Klein, and for Gorman, Nicholas Geesey.
Geesey and
Geesey and Klein.
Klein.
Geesey is a senior. Klein, I don't see him on the... Oh, here he is. He's a senior as well. A couple of seniors. Who would you say in A is would be the favorite? Are you going to give that to O'Gorman?
for tonight's match.
Just overall for state at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, well, the top-rated team right now is Sturgis,
Okay.
and then Aberdeen is number 2. 3 is Brandon Valley, and 4 is Rapid City Stevens, and 5 is Watertown. And
Okay.
Pierre is 6. So those are the top 6 right now. And it's just a week of action. There's a lot of kids that didn't wrestle last week, so that doesn't reflect everybody. But definitely those are the powerhouses. And then 7 through 12 is Jefferson, West Central, O'Gorman, Lincoln, Rapid City Central, and Dakota Valley right now.
Okay.
A lot of that will shuffle around. It's super early. Like I said, there's a lot of kids that haven't been on the mat yet.
Sure.
And once they do, then they'll start popping in the ratings and changing those team scores.
Did I hear from somebody in B that this might be the first time in a long time? There's the fall for O'Gorman. That Canton might not possibly win B this year. Is that true?
I haven't really followed it that close yet, but they gained a few new kids again this year, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think it was one of my family members, and my sister lives in Canton, and this one is done 80 for O'Gorman, 6 for Roosevelt. That was a quick one. Yeah. And I believe it was them that told me, don't be surprised if it's not. I don't know if that means it's going to be Beersford or who else it would be in B.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the top teams are in the B side. I haven't really looked lately, but Canton will be right up there.
Most years, if Canton moved up, it's like we've seen O'Gorman chooses to move up in football. If Canton moved up to A, would they still be as dominant?
Yeah, I mean, in the past years they would have, just based on their teams. They have a lot of kids moving into town, you know, transfers. That helps them get there. Reload their roster, right? So they had a kid from Kingsbury move down there this year. That's wrestling for them. But, yeah, they got a great coaching staff down there, and Jeremy Ask has really done a great job getting the girls to come out and getting all those numbers with the girls. And they put a lot of time in off season also.
Yeah, I've heard he's very involved.
So we're going to be missing a few wrestlers tonight. So we'll have a little different lineup than we will in a few weeks from now. But like they say, it's not where you start, it's where you end the
That's
season.
right.
So
Who's missing tonight for the Titans?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
We'll see as they start announcing names, but I've got a good idea. It looks like Sam Wardle and Dawson are in street clothes over there.
I saw that.
Henriksen is also along with Dunkelberger. So there's a few kids that are out, sitting out tonight.
I believe Sam mentioned being out 2, 3, 4 weeks just with that shoulder yet.
Yeah. He's still healing that shoulder up.
Yeah, had done it twice. Once last spring in baseball, and then was cruising in football until he did the same shoulder, labrum. I think he mentioned maybe even some surgery after his senior year here.
Yeah, shoulders are tough injuries, so.
Yeah, hopefully he can keep it in.
Those guys are the names you mentioned are all really good wrestlers. You know, Wordle state champ and got a lot of state qualifiers out.
Our next duel between the area and Roosevelt will begin shortly. We'll take care of the girls part of the evening first, and then move into the boys. T area is coached by John Easton, assisted by Todd Gannon, Jacob Nicolaisen, Josh Sundahl, Jordan Bean, and Blake Bees.
Coach Neeson has about as many assistants as football.
You know, when you coach football, I think they just think that's normal, right? It's kind of like we bring our own bus for the cheerleaders too, right? There's like 12 of them.
Yeah.
So I think that football's rubbing off on him. It's good though, having all the different perspectives in the room and the different coaching. So it's a big positive. Yeah, last year T had their another good year last year. There's 2 years in a row they placed 6th at the state tournament. Returning wrestlers for the Titans, Slater Wilson was a state qualifier. Tyler Woodring got 3rd last year. He's a multiple state place winner. I think that's his 3rd state time placing in state. Parker Wilson was a state qualifier. Dawson Eimers placed 4th. Sam Wordle, state champ. DeBoer was 6th place. And then Van Emmerich placed 6th for us also. He's graduating early, so he didn't come out this year. He'll be done. He might be done in a week or so. That was a big loss for the Titans. He's probably a top 3 guy at the state tournament this year if he was here. So it's the big loss for him. We wish him the best in the future, but we all wish he was here on the mat for this season. But he had a great year last year, and he put a lot of time in. He was on varsity from 7th grade through his junior year. And he's choosing to graduate early and get out to that workforce. So,
did he wrestle quite a bit above his weight?
He did last year. He actually, interesting story. He wrestled off for it was 190, I believe, or 215, 190 or 215, and got beat out on the wrestle off, and then went up to heavyweight, and then had a ton of success.
Yeah.
So it was just more his style, and it's really where he needed to be. He'd have been a fantastic heavyweight for us this year. Good kid, good family. Like I said, we all wish we had him on the mat, but understand he wants to move on sooner and get to that career.
Yep.
So this match will start at 175. It's like we've got, at least on the roster, we got Jeremiah Wilgers for 75. We'll see who we put out there. And then for Roosevelt, they've got 3 weighed in at 65, which they can all bump up.
think it'll be Klein or Rebus Wells, as Ringling already wrestled, I believe. Well, never mind. You can switch that around, right?
Yeah, and they're going to wrestle the girls first here. Going to do some exhibition girls matches, I believe, first.
When girls wrestling really takes off, you know, and I don't know how many years that'll be where a lot of people are able to fill up an entire team. What does that look like then? Are they going to be wrestling different nights?
Yeah, that's a great question because it's already been evolving so fast.
120 pounds
And we-
for Roosevelt, Sage Lynn Cully, currently ranked 8th.
So Bailey Miller and Sage.
T, we have Bailey Miller.
Sage Lynn Cawley, senior, 126. Bailey Miller, she weighs in at 120, freshman.
And it's her first year out for wrestling. So there's a takedown by Roosevelt, 3-0. Yeah, Bailey's first year out. Emery Volker, was a state qualifier last year. Lainey Haynes placed 8th for us. And then we graduated Brianna Johnson, who was a state champ.
You know, my daughter went to the summer practices and just ultimately decided kind of last minute not to do it. But she told me that one day Lainey Haynes took her apart. And she said I thanked her afterwards because I know she's a really good wrestler. And I was hoping she would do it, but maybe next year as more girls. So I'll tell you what, Bailey Miller, to be in your first year and to come out in a sport like this where you risk getting beat pretty bad and you're the only one on the mat. This isn't basketball or football or baseball. You're the only one out there. So that says a lot. I don't know Bailey, but that says a lot about I got mad respect for that, for her coming out here and as we've seen her get pinned.
Yeah, and that's a senior that she's wrestling.
Yeah.
Got some experience. But one benefit, I know I've talked to a bunch of coaches across the state, and since the girls wrestling is so new, the time to get in it is now.
Yeah.
Because everybody's learning, and there's so many new. 50% of the girls have not wrestled before, unlike the boys where you're going in against senior competition. So.
Right. Lilia Matthews, T area, 10th grader. And then this is a Rachel Daggle, senior for Roosevelt. Lilia, I don't recognize either.
She's a first-year wrestler also, and Roosevelt's wrestler, I believe, has been wrestling a few years.
And Brianna Johnson, God, it was just amazing. I remember when she first started, she wasn't good. She ended up, last match she ever wrestled, state champ. Now she's wrestling at USF.
She's actually not wrestling at USF. She was going, her plan was to do it, and then she had a change in mind. I'm not sure what she's doing, but yeah, she didn't end up pursuing college wrestling. We were all hoping she would.
Yeah.
She told us she was, but changed her mind on that. So there's a takedown by Roosevelt, so it's 3-0 score. And again, Lilia Matthews from T. This is her first year out, first time in front of the home crowd on the new mat. But getting that experience.
She's hanging in there. A minute into this one. It doesn't look like we're going to see Emery Volker tonight.
No, I don't believe we have Emily Volker or Lainey Haynes are going to get a match tonight, unfortunately.
I really like watching both of those two. A couple of really good competitors.
Yeah. We've got a handful of really good girl wrestlers in the youth program. I was up in the room last night helping out coaching those youth wrestlers, and it's really fun watching some of these girls. We've got a couple AAU state champs and runner-ups in there, and
Oh, wow.
so we've got a bright future ahead of us. Just need to get more numbers.
Yeah.
It'll take some time. We've got to do a little recruiting and get the girls to come out. But the ones that are wrestling are really enjoying it.
Good. Good to hear. 3-1, Roosevelt. Daggle over Matthews.
Choice goes to Roosevelt. Roosevelt defers. Great opportunity for these girls to get college scholarships also. The college wrestling programs for the girls are really growing, and they're looking for girls. So a great opportunity to wrestle at the next level if they do love it and get into it. South Dakota has some really good wrestlers across the state. Some of them that are ranked nationally, top 10, top 20 in the country, which is really impressive.
Who in this area has wrestling? Obviously, USF
Harrisburg.
does.
Oh, in the college level,
Yeah.
USF is got a great program. I don't believe SDSU does. They're Division I school. I believe USF's the only school in South Dakota with the girls program.
Okay.
There'll be more as time comes. It's a funding thing, and Title IX will help that also.
I believe Bellevue, that's NAIA, I believe they're adding it, I think I heard. But I could be wrong for the first time tonight. And there's
one thing I noticed as an official is when you're officiating a girls tournament, the decibels are really high, and there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of cheering, and you cannot hear your whistle as an official. But hasn't experienced that here yet tonight. But
here comes Lainey Haynes, I think.
Oh, she is going to get a match. Awesome.
And I believe she played. Maybe she didn't play volleyball this year. I believe she did last year.
Maybe she's going to get a forfeit. So she's going to get a forfeit. I believe they're doing that on the girls because there's not a region qualifier this year, and it's going to go by record. So if forfeits, unfortunately, will help pad the numbers to help you compete across the state to qualify for that state tournament.
Okay. See Coach Neeson over there instructing a couple of his first-time wrestlers. I believe that's Matthews kind of with another coach.
Yeah, and that's Josh Sundahl and Coach Neeson.
Here comes Isabella Preheim, another is that right, first-year wrestler?
It is, yes.
Yeah, just a freshman, first-year wrestler. Looks like she'll get a forfeit.
If you can grow 5 wrestlers a year, every year you're going to have a full run in a few years. So.
And back to Brianna, I don't mean to beat a dead horse. What did her success, she was a state champion. I mean, and obviously she had to start at some time. I don't think she started really young. You think that made some of these girls think that they can do it too or want to try it?
You know, you hope it does. She went through probably I'm going to say is a more difficult time when there wasn't as many girls. So she's wrestling boys in the room, and it's not as fun for her. And so she weathered that storm and kept plowing through. It definitely is a lot better now that we have more girls in the room.
Yep.
Receiving some honorable mention votes in the rankings, Isabella Preheim.
Okay.
Preheim, so she gets a forfeit. So now that we got more girls in the room, they're wrestling each other. They're having more fun. It's more level for them.
And I know at home that was one of the fears of my daughter is, am I going to have to wrestle boys? And so, yeah, that is great to hear that they're getting those numbers up there.
Yeah, and you can just see them grouped up over there, you know, celebrating in the corner as a team of girls, and that's what we like to see.
Yeah, and I know talking to Brianna, she was part of the team. She didn't get treated any differently.
No.
They accepted her, and it makes you really proud. I know when Liza Wilgers went out for football, same thing happened there. They took her in and accepted her, and
Roosevelt, Hunter Lohr, and for T area, J.J. Wilgers.
So here's Wilgers for the hometown Titans. And he's taking on, I think he said C.J. Lohr.
I didn't catch the name.
Yeah.
Wilger's got a takedown 3 to the back.
How long has Wilgers been wrestling?
He's been wrestling ever since, I'd say, 5 years old.
Okay.
He's been in the room, youth room. He likes to throw. That's kind of his MO.
Okay.
So essentially the wrestling area just got a little bigger because you only need 1 point of contact in, where in the past you always needed 2. So the whistle would blow more often. This would keep matches flowing a little bit better.
Oh, good.
And not as many stoppages. And it's a lot easier for the officials to officiate so they don't have to watch. Oh, he got clasping hands, so locked hands. He's got to release those hands when he returns a wrestler. So that's a technical violation. And
Okay.
1 point for Roosevelt. So when he returns a wrestler, he's got to release those hands. He can't have them lock around the body when the bottom wrestler returns. Score 7-1, Titans up. He just threw in a cradle. We'll see it's a, we call that a false cradle. He doesn't have the arm. Not the best thing you want your kid to do. Really want to do it. Just kind of threw it in. This is a little bit tougher to pull over. We'll see if he's able to muscle him over.
45 seconds remaining.
And there he pulls it back. So he's got the knee in the side there, and there's a fall. So a pin for Jeremiah Wilgers.
Wilgers, the
And
sophomore,
Wilgers
175.
is the ball for T area to start the duel.
And we got one.
And Thiek Newell not wrestling tonight, huh? I don't see him anywhere in the
I
house.
don't see him either.
That's unfortunate. Just a freshman at 190. Thiek is a kid that has got a really bright football future. I think probably wrestling too. He plays in the band. He is just a really neat kid. Someone you like having in that wrestling room, I would expect. In a lot of activities.
Down to move to 215 pounds.
Okay, so we double forfeit at 190. So no team points. Now we're going up to 215.
For T area, we have
And it's Jayden Waltner.
Jaden Waltner.
Junior from T here, 215.
Waltner receives a forfeit. At 285 pounds, Roosevelt will be open.
And Chase DeBoer. He has not been on the mat yet this year, so
Okay.
this will be his first. Looks like he's going to get a forfeit also.
DeBoer Jr., I know in football, the Iowa Hawkeyes are kind of knocking on his door. He had another good football season this year.
Yeah, so Iowa and SDSU and USD all looking at him for football.
Okay.
Cade Imers for T area will receive a forfeit at
Cade
106
Imers,
pounds.
freshman,
Brings
106.
us to 113.
So that's my youngest.
Well, congratulations, Dad.
Roosevelt by Alexander.
Were you hoping did you know he wasn't going to wrestle
I
tonight?
did, yeah. The next
Okay.
one, he'll have a great match. The next one.
Okay, good.
Third-rated kid in the state.
Cade is? Or no, he's wrestling the.
Yeah, against Will Norman from Old Norman.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the one that we just saw, yep.
Yep. So this Henry Fortin, he's at 113. And let's see who this Roosevelt. They've got two in the lineup.
Henry Fortin, 8th grader. This is a young man that's been wrestling since he was in diapers, probably.
He was on varsity last year as a 7th grader, so
Yeah.
he got a lot of mat time. 3-1. Took him down, released him. He's trying to take him down again here. There's another takedown 3, and then they're out of bounds. So just like that, it's 6-1.
6-1 Imers from T with the lead.
Actually, that's Fortin.
Fortin.
There we go.
He lives 2 houses down the street from me. Sorry, Rod and Heather.
So last year that would have been 4-1 score, so it's 6-1 now.
Oh,
with the
great.
new points.
Great point, yeah.
So it's like they almost got a free takedown right there, based on the new rules.
Yeah. It's nice to see with the music and with the rule changes you explained, just wrestling, I don't know what you would call it, coming around or being willing to change. And
Yeah, they're really doing everything they can to draw more excitement, more action, just continue to grow the sport for the better of the fans and the wrestlers competing. Team scores 30-0, T over Roosevelt. First period 6-2, Titans ahead.
Henry Fortin at 113, wrestling for the Titans.
Another takedown.
3-point takedown makes it 9-2.
.35 seconds remaining. I think now he's going to try to work for that turn. He's got a bar arm in.
How many schools, 15 seconds left to go here in first period, how many schools live stream wrestling? Is there a lot?
There are quite a few. There's actually a broadcast network out of Winter, South Dakota, that goes around and just does a lot of tournaments and a lot of duels. So there is quite a few that do get live streamed now.
That's good. I wasn't sure. I think we started doing it maybe last year or the year before, and it's kind of the day and age that we're in. Is we've come a long ways in 5 years where you want to see something, you can usually find it pretty easily.
Right.
Yeah. So Henry got a caution initially there. He jumped the whistle. Now he got an escape, and now he's attacking right away, trying to get that score. So 14-4 right now is the score.
Fortin not ranked yet. Is he a kid that can get ranked this year?
Yes, he is. Again, we just had 1 weekend of competition or 1 week of competition.
Okay.
And depending on who you versed, we had some pretty stiff competition, Watertown and Aberdeen right out of the gate. So that didn't fare real well on some records. That plays into the first. As the season goes on, it gets a little more accurate.
Sure.
Another takedown.
17-4 now, Fortin. The minute to go, second period.
He gets this takedown. This will be a tech fall. Points win by 15. That's match. So five team points for getting the tech fall.
Nice. 20-5 ends up with 50 seconds to go, second period. Henry Fortin gets the win.
I don't know if you noticed, but the officials had new shirts this year. Another new change.
Oh, I do now.
They used to have the gray striped shirts, and then before that it was the black and white. So
120 pounds, Brandon Peterson for Sioux Falls Roosevelt. T area is open.
Peterson gets
Brandon Peterson.
So new official shirts for the state of South Dakota.
Awesome.
They replicate the NCAA college shirts is what they're.
Okay.
Slater Wilson's having a great year. He's right now rated 6th in the state. I think he was 5-1 on the weekend last weekend. Had some really good competition and came out on top on most of them.
Third Wilson brother to wrestle for T.
Yeah, Tyler Woodring, he's rated 3rd in state. He placed 3rd in state last year. He has wrestled all summer, at least 3 days a week.
Oh, wow.
So he's put a lot of time in, and I expect to see him to hit his goals this year again.
Sam Bullis here for the Titans, sophomore.
138 pounds, Sioux Falls Roosevelt has Colton Klein.
Colton Klein, junior for Roosevelt.
And this is Bullis' 2nd year out.
Okay.
I'm in the Air National Guard, and his mom's my supervisor out there.
Oh, we better
Casey.
Behave here. Great family.
Great family, yeah.
Mom, Mike, and the 3 sons.
Takedown by Roosevelt. So Bullis, he needs to just go forward and try to get to his belly there. Know where he's at. He's getting close to out of bounds. He's got to try to turn and crawl forward if he's able to. Now he's on his back. Got a 2 count.
3-0 Roosevelt here. 53-0 in the match. Minute gone, minute to go. If Bullis can hang on here. Colton Klein.
A little better position now to fight out of it. There he goes. So he gave up 4 near fall, but he didn't give up the pin. He's back up to his feet, trying to get an escape. He's trying to break those hands. He breaks them. He's away. There's one.
Good job, Sam Bolus.
7-1's the score.
.25 seconds to go, period 1.
Another shot by Roosevelt. There's a reshot by Sam Bolus. He's kind of bellied out. He needs to build up to his base there.
End of period 1, Klein 7, Bolus 1.
Titans choice. Oh, Red's choice.
Can you explain for my friend Rick Williamson next to me the deferred? If you defer.
Yeah, so if you defer, then that you're letting them choose second period, and you're going to take choice third period. A lot of times you just do that, and so third period, depending what the score is, you may. First of all, you're going to wrestle 4 minutes, so you're going to get a better feel of where you're strong at or where you're not as strong at compared to your opponent. And then depending on that, you may make a better choice in that third period after wrestling them for another 2 minutes to know how you may be able to score easier or better.
Okay.
Some kids are really good on the bottom, some are good on their feet.
Yep.
So we got 3 there, so now we're at 4-7.
Takedown by Bolus. It looked like he might have been done early on here, but he's fighting through. I think they only gave him 2 on the scoreboard for that takedown.
Yeah, it should be 3.
Honest mistake.
Uh-oh. 2 reversal, and there's back points. Yeah, Bolus should have 4 points here.
1 minute gone, 1 minute to go, second period. And there's the pin for the junior, Colton Klein. Good fight by Bolus there.
Got a few alumni over there, I see. Jackson Cheddar, Austin Eimers.
Where are they at? Jackson Cheddar, is he at SDSU?
He's at SDSU. He wants to go to be a dentist.
Okay.
He's right next door to my son. That's where Boston and Carter are next door to Jack and Jackson.
So we got Park and Wilson here. Last year he's a state qualifier. Had a good year. He tends to get behind with really good kids. He falls behind on the score, comes from behind and wins. There it is, nice takedown, double leg.
You had an ace of a call last year. You said that he was going to come from behind, and that was kind of the, I don't know if you saw it, Rick, or not, but it was for me, it was the match of the night when we called, because Jeremy said that he was going to come from behind, and he did, like in closing seconds, and the crowd went crazy, and it was a great.
Yeah, that was.
He owes Jeremy a Christmas present for that.
That was a match I'll never forget. Yeah. He got the nickname last year, Junkyard Dog, because he just got all the junk and he pulls it out. But
there you go.
He's super hard to wrestle. Unpredictable, good at throwing.
Yeah.
So there's a good takedown and fall for Parker.
Football field, he was kind of fearless. He's a little bit undersized, but boy, he was just fearless out there and fun to watch on the football field as well.
Yeah, you got a lot of playing time towards the end of the year, I saw.
Daniel Medina. And also for T area receiving honorable mention recognition in this week's ratings, Trevin Otis.
Daniel Medina, 9th grader, Roosevelt.
Otis is also a 9th grader.
Trevin Otis, as you heard, receiving honorable mention, so he's close to being ranked.
Yeah, good size freshman's, 150-pound freshman.
Yeah.
Nice takedown, fireman's there. He's asking his coach if he should cut him or release him. I think he's going to, he is. So he's got 1 there. He's given Roosevelt, you going to get another takedown or attempt one?
3-0 here for Otis.
Try to build his lead is the goal here. Otis is always moving forward, always attacking. Another shot.
55 seconds to go, period 1.
And there's another takedown.
6-1 Otis from T leads. T's leading this one 47-12 so far.
Threw a pretty hard crossface there. I think Al kind of maybe said something.
I was going to say, does that happen often where a guy gives a little something,
Yeah, it's
a little extra?
It's unsportsmanlike if you throw a haymaker.
What will that be as far as
just a
scoring?
point?
Okay.
Yeah, a point and maybe a bloody nose by the other guy.
Kind of sets a tone sometimes too.
It does. Yeah, I was fortunate to be coached by Andy Tate in my youth years, and he walked in practice with his nose sideways, and he said, my nose doesn't look like this from throwing soft cross faces, so he expected us to do the same.
Oh, wow.
Kind of stun a guy, I'm sure, too.
Yeah.
Like, just wakes him up.
Can't do some of the stuff that you could do in the past.
I bet.
10 seconds here.
Deviated septum surgeries, I think, slowed that down a little bit. So we got short time here. He's just riding them out. Up 6-1. Great first period by Trevin. Another wrestler that's come through the youth program.
Okay.
Until he put some time in the weight room. He's a freshman. He's put together really well.
Yeah, he's solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If Rick ever put on a
singlet?
I would imagine
like in third grade. And I don't even know if I lasted a practice. Oh, my gosh. And it doesn't surprise me now as a 52-year-old that was how it was. I can't imagine one of these kids just throwing me around like a rag doll. And that might be the lightest weight guy, too.
I remember my first football practice ever. My dad stayed because he was sure I was going to quit. And then about halfway through, he said, well, and I loved it. It was the most fun I'd ever had. I wasn't quitting.
I watch these guys, and I'm like, man, to been as tough as these kids are at that age, or even now.
Yeah.
So Otis stood up, did a good escape. Now he's going back on the attack to try to get a takedown. Ooh, and he got a toss there. You got to be a little careful. Got to be a little more under control. A little sloppy. But he gets a takedown to the back.
7-2 Otis, hoping for a fall here.
There it is.
Otis gets the ball for T area.
Trevin Otis.
Then we move to 157 pounds.
Bo Wordle, another freshman, 157. So we've got a couple bigger freshmen.
For Sioux Falls Roosevelt.
Bull Wordle of the Wordle wrestling family. Do all three boys wrestle?
Yeah, they did. I'm trying to remember if the youngest does. Jack does or not. So Bo is strong, super strong kid. Again, freshman, first time on varsity. Stepped out of bounds was the call.
Scoreboard has Roosevelt first. It's 12. I'm thinking it's 6, isn't it? Did they just?
I think we got a forfeit.
One, right?
They got a forfeit.
And then the fall.
Then the fall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Bo continues to attack and shoot on the legs, which is good to see. He had a habit of throwing headlocks when he was younger, and it's great to see him grow into this shooting and not giving up. And he's such a strong kid. As long as he just keeps going, his effort's always there with him.
So at a young age, what do you see the difference between him and Sam? You've seen Sam for years. Other than size, Bo's a little longer, right?
Yeah, Bo's big for his age compared to Sam. Every kid's different. I've had 3 through the wrestling program, and not 2 of them are alike. And let's say the Wordles would say the same thing. They're all different. They all work really hard. That's one thing that's in common. They work hard, they lift hard, and they're determined. They just don't give up.
Good work ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
you
kid.
had Preston that was, how tall was he?
Yeah, he's like 6'4".
Yeah.
That's my nephew. Yep.
Yep,
Connor,
sorry. Yep,
Connor's
yep,
my
yep.
oldest.
Yep.
Yeah. Connor and then Austin and Cade.
Yep.
All right, so we got a little reversal action there. So it's 3-2. And we got blood.
3-2 Wordle leading Blood. Clock stop, period 1, 17 seconds to go.
So a really good match for Bo. He just needs to keep attacking.
Has he wrestled so far this year? Has he?
He has, yeah. I went and watched at Watertown last weekend. Again, we had some really good competition there. Kids got on the mat, got some, and they were in Mitchell on Friday night against Chamberlain and Mitchell. They won both of those duels. The Titans did. Those programs are young and down on numbers. I understand. I wasn't there. I had to officiate another tournament. So yeah, our kids are getting a lot of matches in these first 2 weeks.
good.
Thursday they go to Pier, wrestle 2 matches, and then they drive to Rapid City on Thursday night, get there at midnight, and then wrestle a tournament. There's a 72-man bracket, I heard.
Oh my word!
9 states. Six,
That's next week. This coming weekend.
This Friday and Saturday.
nice.
Yeah, there's 60-some teams there.
That's an annual thing. What's
It
it
is.
called again?
It's just the Rapid City invite.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a
Yep.
good reversal. Great reversal, great hustle, short time, 3 seconds. Yeah, that tournament's tougher than the state tournament.
Yeah. Wow.
There'll be brackets with nationally ranked kids, 3 or 4 state champions in a bracket.
So anything you do there is,
You get on the podium there, you're getting on the state high school podium.
that's awesome.
Yeah. And they also have a really good JV tournament. We're bringing our JV kids this year, which I'm really excited. Last year we didn't, and it's just such good wrestling out of state kids that these kids don't know. With social media, you get to know everybody,
Yep.
and sometimes they beat themselves between the ears before they step on the mat.
Sure.
So the out-of-state competition is really fun. The other thing this tournament really does is the overnight stay prepares them for the state tournament. I remember the first couple years we went to state tournament, and these kids never stayed in a hotel night and had 2-day weigh-in,
Yeah.
and they just couldn't deal with it. They didn't know.
Just out of their
They don't-
comfort zone type
Yeah,
normalcy.
yeah, the sleeping, the eating, the double weigh-ins. It's just,
And it's a lot of fun.
yeah, it's a good team building
Yep.
opportunity.
And I'm sure the atmosphere is great, like just to be around it and see what it's all about, especially for the JV guys.
It is, yeah. It really kind of helps them get ready for that next level sooner. Especially when you go out to that Rapid City tournament, there's so
There we go.
many-
There we go.
Got a
Come
bar
on, Bo.
in, he's turning him.
Come on, Bo.
And there it is. He's got near fall 2 count.
50
There's 3.
seconds.
Now 4. So he got a 4 count if he doesn't pin him. It's 5-2 right now without the near fall.
You're right.
There's 4. 9-2. It's wrestling a really good match.
30 seconds to go, period 2.
Yeah, it seemed that reversal right at the end of period 1 was really huge, too. It just kind of gives you a little room there to build a lead, too.
So he's got pressure on the hips. 10 seconds remaining.
See, this is what I like, the commentary, because when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, are they just laying there and time's wasting? And it's like, what is he trying to do right there? You know, like he said, pressure on the hip. Like, everything is calculated, I'm sure, but to somebody who's never done it, they're like, okay, what are they doing just laying there for? You know?
Yeah, the bottom guy always is trying to get away, so you have to
Just
break his hips and get him flat, and
wear them down?
wear
Is
him
that-
down. Yeah,
This is our first period 3 of the night, I believe.
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Wordle up 9-2.
Oh, there's another switch attempt.
How old is the Roosevelt wrestler? What grade is he in? You have that?
I didn't catch who it was.
I didn't either. 157.
His grandma's not going to be happy.
They've got juniors and seniors. Sorry, Grandma.
They have 4 listed at 57. So
And when you're up 9-2 here, what's Bo like? What are you looking to do here? Are you wrestling the same as you've been when you're third period up 7? Are you trying to be more cautious? Like,
Yeah, Bo's going to just keep wrestling, grinding hard. Score doesn't really dictate what he does too much.
okay.
He just goes hard the whole 6. So
And I'm sure once you start trying to do something you're not used to, too, that trouble might follow.
Yeah. You generally see the higher level guys have a little more strategy on stuff. Bo's just trying to score every point he can, which is the right thing to do.
Okay, that's kind of what I was wondering. Is that what your coaching would be?
Yeah, because if he gets another takedown here, he's going to get a major, so it's one more team point.
10-2, 40 seconds to go.
And a lot of times, right here, he needs to elevate his head. His head's down. He's got to grab a leg and come up. This is just learning experiences for him.
30 seconds. Wordle leads 10-2.
A lot of times when you take your foot off the gas, that's when kids will score on you, and you'll start,
getting a bad position.
18 seconds. It's 10-2. So if we hold this score, it doesn't look like we're going to, though. We're going to lose this major, and we just lost the major.
10-5. 5 seconds to go.
But that was a takedown.
Wordle picks up the win, 10-5.
Gets the win, 3 team points. Great match by Wordle and Roosevelt kid. That good even competition there.
Score of 10-5. At 165 pounds for Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, Karsten Ringling, and for T area, Braden Nifke.
Carson Ringling, Jr. Saw him lose his first match. And for the Titans, Braden Ganifke. Is Braden new to wrestling?
He is new. This is his first year out.
I believe he homeschools, correct?
He does. I also was told he's one of 10 children.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely.
We got to be some wrestling going on then.
His brother played football. They're a really neat family.
Strong kid.
He is really put together well. That is a reversal. So I think there was a takedown and reversal there. Or was it just a takedown?
I think they only gave a takedown.
Okay, just a takedown.
3-0 Ganifke T leads. Just over a minute to go.
Yeah, he looks like a
There you
handful.
go. So he's learning the basics right away. The first 2 weeks of practice, got a half Nelson in there. And then he uses his strength in good position.
A fall here.
I was going to say, when you got some strength and then learn a few things, he could be
Braden
a handful.
Ganifke. How about that? Sophomore for the Titans.
Yeah. And that put the Titan crowd up to their feet a little bit, seeing a first-year kid come out and get a ooh, don't take that strap down. He does not know that rule. That's a team point if he does on the mat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I was going to ask you that when I saw, like, during a forfeit, that you have to be buckled up, right? Same thing.
yes.
If you're awarding the forfeit.
Yeah, you got to be ready to wrestle when you take the forfeit.
Okay.
62-12 was that one. So
Now we can switch to O'Gorman here, huh?
Roosevelt ends their night 0-2. O'Gorman is 1-0. Titans are 1-0. They will face off next. Jeremy, if you could give us some names, who's involved? You know, the only way you're going to have a really good, and you can disagree with me, I won't be hurt, but the only way you're going to have a really good high school program is if you do it the right way through the youth and come up. So who are do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the first 10 years of our program here, we struggled, and we didn't have the youth program. It's building that foundation. You know, you see a lot of these high school kids, not just in our program, but across the state. The ones that have been wrestling since youth are the ones that have the success in high school. They put in the summertime work, just like any other sport. We have a great board here, youth board.
Can you tell us the names? Give these guys some recognition and.
Yeah, I should have a list here because I'm going to forget some. I'm not at the meetings all
No,
the
I'm
time.
putting you on the spot.
Putting me on the spot. So Josh Sundahl, he's there. He's a high school coach over there, and he's also on the youth board. Rod Fortin, Tina Hilliston, Rhonda Fortin. Let's see, you're costing me here. Woodring, Rick Woodring's in there. Stoliker is on a board, and I'd have to look up the other ones. I don't.
And yourself?
Yeah, I'm in there too. I'm not as involved as much as I was.
Yeah.
You know, really what our goal is to have a parent for each grade, K through 6, on the board, and then they kind of represent their grade with their child, and we've got kind of some overlap with that. So yeah, it's continue to grow.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember. Even in the years where it was thin in the high school, I would come early on in my years in T and just see all those little kids at youth wrestling practice, and I'm like, man, someday they have got to be good because look at the amount of these kids that are here every night.
Here's Sam Wordle getting his championship ring.
Sam currently sits second all time on the school record board for wins, pins, and team scoring heading into his senior season. Congratulations, Sam. Also at this time, Brianna Johnson made history by not only becoming the first female Titans wrestler, but by capping off her senior season with a title. Brianna finished with 57 career victories, 51 of them by fall, en route to the first title in school history for the girls program. Congratulations, Brianna.
Brianna Johnson and Sam Wordle being honored.
Yeah, so the Youth Wrestling Club started a tradition of getting championship rings for the state champions. Little did we know we'd get 2 every year for the last 3 years. So
You're like, oh, that should be all right.
that's a good problem.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, that's how many have we had?
So Maddox was Quincy was our first, Maddox second, Sam our third, and then Brianna is our first girl.
And Maddox, was he a 2-time?
2 times.
And Sam was 2-time.
Him and Quincy.
And Quincy.
And Quincy.
Yeah. So 3 2-timers, and then we have a 1 single for the girls. So
Wow. Yeah, that's been.
Quincy would have been a 3-time if he wouldn't have got hurt.
Is that a shoulder also?
Right.
Was that a shoulder?
Yeah, it was a shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's at University of Minnesota. Is he still going
He
there?
is.
Did
He's
he
still-
make varsity?
He's not on varsity, but he's still practicing. And I'm telling you, Division I wrestling room, Big Ten is that's a meat grinding room. I don't really know how he's getting through that practice every day, but he is, and he's loving it.
Wow.
I've heard it's actually helping him. He's a better student in college than high school. He's got all the resources, and he's around those guys. And
That's great.
and they just Gable Stevenson joined the team this year. He wrestled for Minnesota before. He was an Olympic gold medalist. So he's got this famous guy that did WWE Olympic gold medalist on his roster, and you got Quincy around him. So he was Minnesota wrestled SDSU 2 weeks ago, and my son went up there and got a picture with Gable, and I'm thinking Quincy's in the room with him every day now.
Wow.
So,
That's
so
crazy.
Cool. Yeah, so he's in a talented room. They got a good team. Making the lineup is going to be difficult, but I tell you, just grinding it out and going through all the practices.
Wow.
And everybody has their purpose in a room or a practice field, and
Sure.
he's doing his purpose there. If you look at our wall with the placings, the first, I think, 11 years we had 3 kids place. In the last, couple years we've had 6 to 8 kids place.
Yep.
So it's just been snowballing, and hopefully we keep it going. We should with the youth program that we're building and have built and continue to keep cycling kids through as they graduate.
First great one I can remember is Lance Shaw for the Titans.
Yeah.
And he went and wrestled at Augie, right?
He did. He wrestled at Augie. He was a place winner for us. Okay, we got J.J. Wilgers and then Keenan Sheridan. Again, Keenan Sheridan is ranked number 1 in the state. Lost to Sam Wordle in the state finals last year. He signed with SDSU.
One of the best sounding on a I was watching that on YouTube, and when Sam took him down and got that final pin, that place
I
erupted.
remember that.
Yeah.
That was a great atmosphere.
Keenan had beaten him in the year, during the year. So Sam had not beaten him yet.
Yeah, this
but
guy's good.
I tell you, Keenan puts in so much time. He's got a motor on him that doesn't stop. Connor used to wrestle him all the time, and he just would go, go, go. And he's calling guys, asking if they want to practice and put in some
That's
time.
awesome.
And he loves the sport. It's be exciting to watch him at SDSU Division I level.
Yeah, you could just feel the competitiveness in that match last year for the state championship. Between those two, it was like a grudge match.
Yeah, and they're just a few miles away from each other.
Yeah, that's fun. That's what you want to see.
And it's good, Neeson putting Wilgers out here to wrestle him instead of just forfeiting.
Right.
1 minute to go.
Sometimes you get to that elite level and then coaches just dodge you. And that's frustrating as an athlete.
Good job by Wilgers to give it his all. I'm sure the Sheridan is a man on a mission this year, his last year as a high school wrestler.
He is. He's rated in the nation, too. He had some really good national tournaments this year that he placed in. So he's had some exceptional success this summer.
Is he strictly a wrestler? Does he play football? No.
Yeah, he's 100% wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have Simmonsma here and Jaden Waltner. Simmonsma was a state qualifier. Let me see. He placed 8th last year.
Said he's currently rated 6th. Jay did.
Yeah, he's rated 6th, placed 8th in the state last year. Jaden, this is his first year varsity for him. So Jaden's the underdog.
Yeah.
Simmonsma's going in for a body lock. Jaden likes to throw once in a while himself, so we'll see what he attempts to try to do. Jaden's one of those guys that got big young.
Yeah, I remember in middle school, teaching him in middle school. I was like, this kid just like shot up like a weed. Like he was tall, he was bigger.
Yeah.
I had a kid today at the middle school that looked like a giant. And I said, how tall are you? And he said, 5'6". And then I said, well, and he was young. He was a 4th grader. I said, well, how tall is mom? He said, 5'11". And I said, you're going to be a big kid. Because if mom is that tall, chances are 0-0 still here.
Yeah, he's
under a
hanging
minute
in
to
there
go.
really good.
Yeah.
He's just got to stay out of that bear lock, bear hug that Simmons trying to get in there.
Did he place last year, Simmons?
He did. He got 8th place in the
Okay.
state tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's rated 6th right now, so he's a junior. So we're going to see him next year again, too. And there's a
Got
takedown.
good size.
Takedown.
Gorman up 6-0, team score.
3-0 in this match. 30 seconds to go, period 1. Ten seconds left, period 1. Simmonsma leads 3-0 after period 1.
Ooh, and there goes the headlock throw. He tosses him. He's got to sit out. Oh, he gets rolled through.
3-3.
Keeps him in there.
And then a reversal there.
5-3.
No near fall.
Simmonsma leads 5-3.
No near fall. Yeah, he did. He got 2 near falls, 5-5.
Okay, yep.
90 seconds left, period 2.
So even if it's just a brief near fall, like
It's two count, 2 seconds.
okay,
So he got 2 count, so that 2 counts 2, 3 is 3, and 4 is 4. Uh-oh. Jaden's in trouble here.
Yeah.
And this isn't good for Jaden. 6.
Give him a good fight.
Good fight ends. 107 left, second period. Simmonsmo with the pin. It was 5-5 before he got the fall.
Jaden needed to sit out on that headlock. He didn't and got rolled through. So here's the first match of the year for Chase DeBoer and Vasquez. So 5th in Vasquez is rated 5th in the state right now. Chase DeBoer has not wrestled yet this year, coming off some injuries.
So DeBoer obviously wrestling up. He's not at that 285. I don't know how close Vasquez is. He's probably pretty close.
Yeah, Chase is probably around that 220 number.
And Chase finished where last year at state?
Chase, I believe it was 6th place. Let me look.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, I believe it was 6th.
Chase has got the length advantage here.
It was 6th place.
Okay.
90 seconds to go, period 1-0-0. O'Gorman leading 12-0 overall.
Chase has a choice to make this year whether he wants to wrestle 215 or heavyweight. That'll be a choice he'll make on the season.
Okay.
Tonight, I'm sure based on the lineup, they just thought maybe this was our better odds of matchups.
If not, it would have been a forfeit, right?
Jaden could have went up to heavyweight.
Okay. Sure.
I think,
okay.
Titans were probably hoping for that headlock to stick, right?
Yeah.
And you an upset there.
Yeah.
And he got close. But, so Chase probably doesn't want to get underneath this guy too much because of the weight difference. He's going to want to do angles, set up shots, angles, snap downs.
0-0 still, 30 seconds left, period 1.
One takedown in this match is going to be pretty big.
How long has DeBoer been wrestling?
A long time. That was a great outside shot there. So there he didn't get caught underneath. He went off to the side.
Yeah. Notice that. 3-0 DeBoer, 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's got to ride him here. Stay up 3-0 after the first. And there's the time.
And there it is, 3-0. DeBoer of T area.
So does this wrestling up like this for Chase, does that change his kind of philosophy or his style at all that you can tell?
It will a little bit. If you're wrestling these bigger guys, I don't know what he's weighing in at, but if he's in the upper part of the heavyweight scale, right, Vasquez. So, yeah, you're going to just not want to shoot straight in, not get underneath them, get off to the side when you're shooting, create angles. Watch out for the rolls when you're on top. Grab 'em. So there's a few things that these heavyweights do that lower weights don't do. Not quite as fast usually, so Chase is probably a little quicker.
Sure.
Oh. But there, look, good escape
Yeah, it was.
by Vasquez. So
Yeah, I thought DeBoer was going to get the takedown.
he's got a little center of gravity there. He is low. Okay, the clock wasn't running correctly, time. And the score isn't correct right now. It should be 3-1, Titans.
Should be 3-1, period 2. Should be 1:42.
All of a sudden, they had 4 minutes and 42 seconds to go in that period. That might have been tiring.
He's got blood for Vasquez. Yeah, this would be a good win for Chase. Vasquez must have had a good tournament last weekend that he's placed or rated 5th this early. And they're in our region too. So,
Okay.
So the number 1 rated guy is in our region, and the number 4 from Sioux Falls Jefferson is in our region. And then Vasquez, number 5, is in our region. So you're looking at 2 of the top 4 in our region potentially at heavyweight.
Wrestling seems, unlike most high school sports, pretty universal. West River, East River.
It is, yeah.
Sounds like Rapid City has good teams. I think Winter.
They do. Winter has a good team. Sturgis has a great team. Stevens has a great team. Phillip always has a good team. You get different styles, different parts of the state.
Okay.
You get out to Phillip area, and you got the ranchers and the
Sure.
rodeo kids and the farm strength. You go up to Harding County. We always joke they throw the cattle to the hay. You step on the mat with them, you might be flying in the air. They're just super strong.
That's good to see that it's pretty equal. 'Cause East River kind of tends to be the place for.
Yeah, wrestling's a sport you can have a lot of success in if you just work hard, and a lot of these farm kids out in the West and ranchers, they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Our kids are going to the weight room trying to duplicate it, and
Right.
Right.
it's not always the same. Technique in wrestling is really advanced in the last 20 years with technology and YouTube and watching wrestling moves. Kids can just study it, those that want to, and elevate their technique and not necessarily have to work quite as hard, just work smarter and no positionings. And
Is there a time limit here for Vasquez?
it's 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes to stop it. Cleanup time doesn't count. So,
Okay.
So we start here on our feet. It's 3-1. Chase. Again, Chase DeBoer, junior. Ooh, there's a.
little slap to the.
Yep. It's going to cost him 1 point.
It looked like Vasquez got a shot in there first, and he really retaliated harder. So I don't know if he took exception to one that Clark didn't see as good, because just the way he reacted, it looked like it was kind of in response to something. But
Need replay.
yeah, we're gonna look at the replay. Let's rewind it here on my phone.
So now we're at 3-2 score.
Just over a minute to go, second period.
There we
go.
Nice change there. That was a great single leg, and then he did a little misdirection turn, and another 3 points, 6-2.
50 seconds, 5-0, period 2. Does the board just want to ride him here for the final 35 seconds?
Well, he's going to want to try to turn him if he can.
Okay.
If you can get him turned, you can end the match and get another 3 points for the team, assuming he can still win the match, right? Going from a win to a pin, but
20
Vasquez
seconds.
has got he's bleeding again, so.
Yeah, you can see it on the mat down there.
Yeah, so Chase, he got to do a visit at University of Iowa and SDSU and USD as a junior. That's impressive.
I had heard this football season that Iowa was looking at him, and boy.
Just his length and his strength. Like that combination as a young kid, like as a sophomore. I remember last year watching him wrestle, and I'm like, is he a senior now?
Yeah.
And they're like, sophomore. I'm like, whoa. That combination at that young.
Yeah, his dad was a good football player. His dad wrestled.
Where were they from? Where was?
He's from Bonholm.
Okay.
Yeah. So does the right things on and off the mat. I mean, he's really coachable. I mean, he's coachable in wrestling. He's coachable in football. So that is a big thing college coaches are looking for too.
His demeanor is great. Like you just even watch him listening to the coaches now, just taking it in. Is the calmness. There's a kind of that calm factor.
Yep.
Yeah, he told me he was going to this camp down in football, and he was really nervous and scared, and just hadn't, just getting out of the T area.
Yeah.
Seeing the exposure and seeing the level of kids that were down there, but He's got a great frame. He's going to get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
18 seconds left, period 2. He's leading 6-2. Hopefully this will be a nice win for him if he can hold on here.
Vasquez turning really quick. He's trying to score really quick. He's up to his feet. Chase goes down to a single leg. He's
10 seconds.
Oh, and he gets away. So Vasquez really good on his singles, and now he's going to come back to try to attack. It's 6-3. Vasquez is down by 1 takedown. And that's the end of second period.
6-3 into the second. Overall, O'Gorman leading 12-0. O'Gorman took care of Roosevelt, and then T took care of Roosevelt. So both of these two programs 1-0 on the night. This is going to be a big 2 minutes here for both teams.
And this is where he's just going to want to wrestle really smart, not give up anything.
Out of bounds. 147.
Conditioning-wise, they both look good so far.
Sure, yep.
Early in the season, sometimes the kids aren't where they need to be conditioned, but so far these two look good.
These two probably, I'm guessing Vasquez played football. DeBoer did too, and so helps, but it also can mean you come into the season banged up as well.
Chase did a couple little fakes there. He does a couple more of those and then attacks. He can probably score.
115, DeBoer from T area leading 6-3. Third period, close to our final minute here.
This is the heavyweight match, 285.
Yep. 1 minute, period 3. DeBoer up, T area 6-3.
There's a stall call and a takedown.
And I saw what you said about going off to the side, and it looks like he did it again there.
He did, yeah.
9-3 now with 40 seconds to go.
So Chase drew the stall call because he's doing all the shooting, taking the shots. One more of those would get a point for him. 30 seconds left. Vasquez has been pretty solid on the bottom. He's not easy to turn, you can see that. If he gets to his base, he seems to get out of there, but he's bellied out, so right now, oh, there's another stall call. He's bellied out, so 1 point Chase.
10 seconds now. DeBoer in control, 10-3. He's going to take this one.
So it's 9-3.
9-3.
Chase is 10-3, I'm sorry.
And there it is. Great win, DeBoer. Great match. Win all 3, 6 minutes.
DeBoer with victory by decision, 10-3.
So he knocks off the number 5th rated Daniel Vasquez.
Great job.
Next, we've got Will Norman and Kate Eimers.
Will Norman, 113, 9th grader for O'Gorman. Kate Eimers, also a 9th grader, weighs in at 106.
And these two wrestled each other a lot this summer at SDSU up in Biwa Wrestling Academy. So they do know each other pretty well on the mat.
How many matches has Cade wrestled in this year so far?
They've never wrestled.
Just this year, though, like in competition.
0.
He hasn't had one yet?
Oh, he has wrestled, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's lost a couple and won a couple.
Okay.
So Cade shoots in on the right side. He's got to come up and finish that. There he capped the ankle. So this kid's rated 3rd in state right now.
Okay.
Well, there he passed it through. This caused Cade some problems Saturday. Hopefully he can finish this, and there's a stalemate.
So when did they call that? Like, how do they judge that?
Just they don't think they can advance, so they're kind of tied up.
Okay.
30 seconds in, 0-0. First period.
And these guys anticipate a pretty good match here between these two. Not a very good shot, and then Will's coming around to score, and there's a takedown, 3-0.
1 minute to go, first period. O'Gorman leads 3-0, leads overall 12-3.
That's a big takedown there. He's got a Easton tilt hooked up. Ooh.
Oh, that away.
And Cade gets away. 41 seconds, it's 3-1. Cade needs to shoot to the opposite side.
30 seconds to go. O'Gorman leading 3-1.
There's another shot. That's 3 shots to 0. He's got to finish it once. "13 seconds. He needs to finish this. 7 seconds.
There you go. Finish that. There we go. Oh.
There's 2. 3, I mean.
3.
See, I'm
3
still
for
saying 2.
Eimers
Right at the buzzer.
4-3.
Good timing. Good timing.
I knew this would be a great match. So far it's shown to be. Cade's going down. He's got to watch out for that Easton tilt that Will did before. He had that locked up pretty good.
This is fun to watch after a heavyweight where these guys are really getting after it, and heavyweight's kind of just a little slower.
These two are real similar body types,
They
too.
are.
You know?
They could be brothers.
Yeah, they look identical body.
They didn't start
Clock.
the timer.
Clock isn't running. There we go.
And in defense of the clock operator, it is a new system this year that he's probably not used to. But he's done good. It's only been a couple times. 140, period 2.
So Will's running the seat belt. Cade's going to have to free his arm, clear that arm if he can. Oh, there's a caution for somebody. He's got a deep waist, so it's caution top. After the third one of those, the other guy gets a point.
Okay.
There, Cade Deere, a good job of clearing his hand. It's got 1, scores 5-3. T.
4 straight for Eimers here after getting down 3-1. 90 seconds to go, period 2.
He's taken 4 shots now. Will hasn't taken a shot. It's just whether he can finish it. Ooh, that's illegal. That's illegal. He did catch it.
There we go.
Hold him there.
1 minute, second period. Still 5-3 Eimers.
They're going to call stalemate pretty soon if they. Cade needs to keep that ankle, get his hips down.
You can hear in the gym, this has been one of the most intense matches so far tonight. Both sides.
Yep, it has.
40 seconds to go. Eimers leading 5-3.
What was that, Jeremy?
So that's the illegal hold. They let it try to progress, so there it's 1. So Cade gets a team point, and they stop it when it's illegal.
Referees trying to decide where they're going for dinner after the match.
They're questioning this call.
Okay.
But I think he had a figure 4 on the head is what I saw before.
Well, you called it up here.
Yeah.
And we've got a good view.
I'm also the dad, so you gotta
So when they're getting ready to start, one guy's on top, one guy's on the bottom, and you were talking about the caution thing. I've seen it before where the wrestler is getting called for it like numerous times and he's getting frustrated. Is it a judgment call,
no, you
or
gotta
is
have
it pretty clear cut?
It's pretty clear cut.
Okay.
You got to have the hand on the navel and the belly button, the other hand on the elbow, and then the back leg behind the leg, and then the near side knee's got to be beside their knee, can't be in front.
Okay.
So score-wise, looks like they're talking here 6-3. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what it's.
6-0, 5-0 run here by Eimers.
Yeah, 55 seconds, second period. We're going to be neutral. See if Cade can stay aggressive here. There he gets another shot. He's taken every shot tonight so far. Just whether he can finish it. There he comes up with the single leg. That's where he wants to be. He's got to come up. The other kid's got a whizzer.
Finish
Will's got a whizzer. So he's got to elevate that. Now he's got to sweep it down. Take your time. Just finish it. Finish it. Inbounds.
20 seconds.
There it is.
There it is. There's 3.
Another 3.
Yep.
People are yelling 2, but the new rules 3.
I know they got to get used to the 3.
9-3, 15 seconds left, period 2.
Yeah, short time. He doesn't know that. Better to take a stall call if he just holds on to the leg here. 4 seconds.
That boy, don't let him go. Not a kid. Good.
That's
9-3. Eimers leads after period 2.
It's a good
and
period.
Old Norman wanted a stall call bad there. They certainly could have given it when he dropped down to the leg.
So 8 in a row here for Eimers after the 3-1 start for Norman.
All right, Cade's on top. Will's on the bottom. Cade
2
tries
minutes
to
to go.
throw in a cradle. And he's got a cradle
got
hooked
it.
up. He's got it hooked up. Let's see if he can finish it. He's got him on his back.
Finish that.
This would be
There
a
you go,
huge
Cade.
upset.
Finish it. Finish it.
Huge upset for the Titans if he can get this locked and difference in team points. This is
Right there.
one of the swing matches that they really were looking
Put him
for.
down, Cade.
$90 seconds to go, period 3.
So he's definitely going to get 4 if he doesn't get the pin, but he needs to find a way to dig deep and get this fall for the Titans team. Now he broke his hands, and he's in bad position. He just got reversed.
So
Okay,
there's 4 and 2.
So he's got to protect those arms and stay out of that seat belt.
13-5, Eimers leading, period 3, 1:13 to go.
So what's that whistle?
I'm not sure what they called there.
Because I was like, does that help Cade in that situation after the near fall and reversal? And
Yeah, so he needs to clear that arm. He's tired. That was a lot of energy spent there. Got to watch. Will puts the legs in too. He's going to be flying in here with legs pretty soon, I'm sure.
1 minute to go, period 3. Eimers of T area leading 13-5 over Norman of O'Gorman. This would be just like the last match.
Cade has a
upset.
major right now. If he can hold on to this major,
get an escape right here.
he may get called for stalling. He's on the bottom, not doing a lot, which is intentional.
Trying to build up that
30 seconds.
energy to get escape.
No, he's just going to try to win the match,
Ride
right?
it out.
Keep that. So he's fighting. He doesn't want to get turned. He knows that if he turns him, he gives up the major.
20 seconds, period 3.
Number 3 ranked kid in the state right now.
Get out of there.
Blood here.
11 seconds to go.
So just a personal question. When you're watching this, are you more of dad or a kind of a coachy type? Like
This is
just
the
with
first-
your background.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've been on the air watching my kid. I didn't know if I should do it.
You're doing good.
Yes.
You had to take a break last year, I remember, but
Yeah, that was my senior, So this one I thought I could handle, but the heart does pump about 20 times faster a second. So.
I mean, I'm kind of out of my seat because I can't imagine you over there, and you're the calm one, and I'm like, come on.
Well, this has definitely been the best match of the night, though.
Oh,
It is.
100%.
And Will right now is like I said, rated 3rd in the state, which is pretty high. It's pretty high, but it's super early.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it's a good win. It's a good win for Cade if he can get this, especially if he gets a major. That gives the team an extra point.
Yep. A lot of personal confidence too.
Yeah.
Just getting a big match early in the season too.
Yeah, it'd have been nice
12-3.
if he could have sealed the deal with that pin. That the extra couple team points would have been very nice.
Like
but
there's got to be a lot of energy expended on
was.
that when you're trying to get that.
you could tell
that
just when he went
ball.
to the middle. So now he's going to do an optional start. He's got to watch out here. He's going to try to toss him to his back. Yep, he's going right to the front. He's going to go to a cement
10
mixer, they
seconds,
call it.
clock not run. Now the clock's running.
Yep. So they're just going to cement mixer.
5 seconds,
It's a great match
3,
by Cade.
2, 1.
Great match.
And
Great
there it is.
win. Cade Eimers, freshman
Yep.
T area,
Yeah, he's pumped.
13-5.
And the
upset.
teammates appreciate that effort
Yeah.
too.
13-5 with the decision.
Yeah, he's pumped. So he knew we were not favored to win this duel, and he had to win that match, and this here one is another match that we're going to have to win if we have a chance to win this duel. So it's
ratings.
We're definitely
TRA
underdogs.
Henry Horton.
So team score 6. No, that's not right. They're still doing it.
Team score should be, what do we get that one?
We got 4.
So
4.
7, 12, 7.
12, yep.
O'Gorman leading 12-7. This is Fortin and who? I'm sorry.
This is O'Connor.
Okay.
So this is William O'Connor. This is the head coach's boy.
Okay, a couple of 8th graders here.
Yeah, good wrestler. Yeah, so the Titans just knocked off 2 of their rated guys.
Wow.
So,
And both went all 6 minutes.
yeah, they did. You know, DeBoer took out the heavyweight, and Cade beat the 6-pounder. So there's another. This is going to be a great match. Henry's had some really, really tough matches this weekend. Will O'Connor gets the takedown. That's 3-0. He's rated 8th right now.
Okay.
So Will's rated 8th.
Where did we start this match at?
We started at 175.
Okay.
Ooh,
Get out of there, Henry.
Fortin is in trouble.
There you go. Go with him.
O'Connor. 45 seconds to go. Seconds. Out of bounds. 24 seconds to go, period 1. Connor 3-0 over Fortin for T area.
And William O'Connor's got to be a little careful there on the out of bounds because you got to, if you push him out of bounds, that's stalling. And he was close to that, avoiding the wrestling area. So 3-0, 18 seconds here. This will be, he's got to score. Henry needs to score a point here, short time. Just got to get 1. He's got to get out of there.
10 seconds.
I don't know. That should be 1 there. Loss of control.
Yep.
Yes, it is. So 3-1, down by 2.
And this is where we saw Eimers at about this time, down 3-1. So we'll see if Fortin can fight back. Start of period 2.
Coach is questioning the call there. There was separation. That was the right call. I knew the 6 and 13 I knew would be the 2 good matches. I didn't know Chase was wrestling tonight. So that I knew would if he would. So there was 3 highlight matches there. Probably going to have another good one at 120.
Titans again, like
that was
Jeremy
quick.
said, short-handed tonight. A number of wrestlers aren't able to wrestle, including the defending state champ Sam Wordle.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of talent sitting on the bench tonight, but the other kids just got to step up.
Right.
Like Chase DeBoer did.
Yeah, well, it just gives an opportunity for these younger wrestlers to get on the mat, get experience. There's a nice shot. He needs to finish that. He stopped. O'Connor did a great job dropping his hips and stopping Fortin's shot there.
90 seconds to go, period 2. O'Connor leading 4-1 over Fortin from T area.
Team score 12-7 right now, O'Gorman. I don't have that up on the screen, but between matches, I'll put that up there every once in a while.
Ooh. Nothing yet, nothing
Nope.
yet.
Out of bounds.
They're out of bounds. That was close. Good crowd tonight, both sides.
Yeah.
That's a great takedown by O'Connor.
1 minute, second period. Connor leading 7-1.
Crossface cradle. Henry needs to catch that top hand. Needs to build up to his base. 35 seconds. He really has to get going here. He's down by 6. He's still bellied out. Head's on the mat. Not where you want it on the bottom guy.
20
And
seconds to
O'Connor's
go.
getting turned. He's got to fight this short time. This would be really big for O'Gorman if they got a pin out of this match. Ooh, there's a full Nelson. That's illegal. 2 near fall and then a full Nelson 1.
So 2 and a 1. 9-2.
10 seconds to go. 12-7. O'Gorman leads the match. O'Connor leads the 8th place wrestler. 8th rated wrestler leads Fortin 9-2. Five seconds. And there it is, period 2. 9-2, O'Connor leading Fortin.
Fortin needs to keep his confidence up here, even though he's down by 7.
Oh,
What's the complaint there?
So O'Connor's foot came off the mat. His other foot was out of bounds, so there was no point of contact touching the circle. And then so it's technically out of bounds, even though O'Connor's foot was above the cylinder, above the blue. It's still out of bounds because it's not touching the mat.
Yeah.
so there always has to be something touching all the
There
time.
always has to be something
Okay.
touching, yeah. So that's a right call by Clark Slykehouse.
It was, yep. I saw that.
And O'Connor's just going forward on him, putting more pressure and taking him down. That's 3 great takedowns.
Here's that 1 point of contact you can see, and now they're out.
Amenity, yep.
Yep.
So are the wrestlers coached now to really be aware of that 1 foot if you're close to just keep that thing down?
Yeah,
Like-
it depends on like where you're at in the situation too. I saw an article that there's been more fleeing the mat calls just because if you flee the mat to try not getting taken down, it's a penalty for 1, which is better than giving up 3. So if
Right.
You,
So
but
there's some strategic
there
stuff.
is. Yeah. Now I haven't seen it yet this year, and I don't know if we've got the level of wrestlers on the mat necessarily doing that. But
Right. But it could come into play in a
could.
big.
Yeah.
1 minute left to go, period 3. O'Gorman is up 12-2 over Fortin T area. O'Gorman
Yeah,
leading the match 12-7 overall.
I expect this match to be closer than what it is. O'Connor's done a great job on his feet, just taking down and being aggressive.
Yeah, I was just going to say he has a lot of energy in this match.
Out of bounds.
O'Connor
42
Connor
seconds.
looks really strong too for a 13-pounder. I know Fortin's cut down to get to 13. He was pushing 125 football season, but
I'd like to weigh 125 and cut some weight. Yeah, I'm going to cut weight. I need to lose 12. 33 seconds to go, period 3. O'Connor in control, 12-2.
O'Gorman's got a lot of good wrestlers coming up yet, so he's in a bad position
Yeah,
here.
it's-
17 seconds. O'Connor is trying to get that pin for the team. Henry's got to
10
fight
seconds.
this off. And there's near fall, and there's 6 left. He's getting closer all the time.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
2, 1.
There's going to be 4
That's it.
near fall.
4.
16-2, O'Connor over Fortin.
So he gets a major, which is 4 points instead of 5 with the tech fall.
Major decision for O'Gorman.
We'll see who we have next.
So did he get 4 there or 5? They put
4.
17.
They get 4.
Okay, because it's 17 on the board, and it should be then 16-7.
Slater Wilson, looking at him from last year, looks like he's put on some weight, beefed up a little bit.
Yeah, he has. And
O'Gorman has Colin Heaney at 155.
so he's going to forfeit here.
The area is open. Colin receives
County
forfeit.
League, it's a 4-foot win. Makes it 23-7 O'Gorman.
Brings us to 126 pounds.
I don't understand the
Norman has
5
these
points on
from
the
Schmidt.
13 match.
And for T area, Slater Wilson. Slater's currently rated 6th in this week's ratings.
Slater looked really good this last weekend. He's put a lot of time in this summer wrestling. He's been wrestling varsity for a couple years now, so he's you can tell he's really comfortable on the mat.
Younger brother of 3, so he's done this in the basement a few times. 0-0, 1:38 to go first period. Seven matches to go after this. 6, I apologize.
We need some big points out of Slater here based on the team score. I didn't catch the O'Gorman's
I didn't
name.
either.
Colin Heaney? No, that was 20.
3 for Wilson.
Yeah, Keanu Lee, yeah, he got the forfeit, so maybe this is Easton Scheit. Or maybe it was Keanu Lee and Colin Heaney sound kind of the same, so maybe I'm wrong.
You have to listen for somebody yelling his name here.
30 seconds to go, period 1. Wilson leading 3-0. Okay, it is Easton Scheit.
Yeah, Easton Scheit.
I just heard Easton also.
10 seconds to go. Wilson leading 3-0 still. And that'll be it. 3-0. Slater, don't call me Parker, Wilson.
Or Hunter, or...
Titans are looking for some bonus points here. He's going to have to open up. Gorman's definitely heavily favored in this duel tonight.
They'd probably be favored if the Titans were healthy, which they're not. So
yeah, they've got a really good squad. He's going to see if he can get. He's got to try to tilt him.
Start period 2. Wilson leading 3-0.
No near fall. Can't quite hold him for 2. We got 2. There's 2 near fall. 5-0.
Yep.
90 seconds to go, period 2.
So Slater's really trying to score some points here for the bonus points. Up by 5. He only scored 3 that first period. Easton looks like a strong kid.
1 minute, period 2.
And Slater's up a weight class. He's normally at 120.
Yep. Wilson ranked 8th, leads 5-0. 45 seconds to go, period 2.
Trying to hook up a cross-face cradle. Needs to finish this, pull it back, and there he's got it. Slater's got to watch himself.
I was just going to say.
He is in trouble. Slater is in trouble.
22 seconds.
He's got a defensive pin almost. Slater is in trouble here.
15 seconds.
Uh-oh, I don't know who's got the cradle here. This is a counter to the
10
cradle.
seconds.
I'm not so sure that, yeah, O'Gorman
Oh,
countered
that
that
was
3,
2, 4 for T, 2 for O'Gorman. That's the end of
That
the
was a
second period.
strange,
9-2, I believe.
strange turn of events right there.
So that was the counter to the cross-face cradle.
And Clark Slakehouse lost his shoe and tossed it off the floor.
So we're looking at 7-4.
7-4 going into third period. Scorekeeper calling the refs over.
Yeah.
So a little history on that move. When I was a junior in high school, semifinal state match, someone put a cross-face cradle on me. I let him hook it up and then countered and pinned him. I didn't know what it was. Didn't know it was coming. That's what Scheit was trying to do there, was counter that cradle. He hooked the leg.
I was just going to say, how did he do that?
So he hooks the leg and you pull your shoulder out, and then you actually hook a cradle up on them. So he's trained that counter cradle. I can see that. He execute. I don't see it executed that well in a long time.
And I'm just going to be honest.
There we go.
You could have said that in French and it would have made sense.
Reversal there.
But I'm learning here.
Yeah.
11-2.
11-2.
Well,
So we're
they
at
must have
major.
did some adjustments to that score. Because it went from 7-4 to 11-2 on the scoreboard.
Oh.
So.
They must not have had that near fall in there.
Right.
Towards the end, he did hold up 4
Yeah.
for T and 2 for O'Gorman.
Okay, so 4 for Slater. I thought maybe they were given the.
If I was Slater, I'd let him go, try to work a takedown.
Under a minute to go, third period.
Coaches probably need to tell him to cut him here soon if he's not going to turn him.
Wilson leading 11-2. 30 seconds, period 3.
Now you're down to 30 seconds. Now you got to just try to turn him. There's not enough time to cut and take him down.
20 seconds. Ten seconds. Period 3. Wilson up 11-2. O'Gorman up overall 24-7. There it is. Nice win for Wilson.
11-2 is the final.
11-2 major decision for T area. Brings us to 132 pounds.
I've got the score that should be 22
Yes.
to 12, and I think Neeson's questioning that right now.
They actually added a point during that match to the 23 that they had. There you go. Now
Very
they got it
changed it.
correct. Yep.
Slater got him out of a little himself out of a little pickle there. That could have definitely turned into 6 points for O'Gorman if they could have gotten that counter.
132 pounds. Tyler Woodring currently ranked third in this week's ratings. Balls Gorman is going to be open.
Forfeit.
Yep.
Tyler received forfeit. The new 138 pounds.
5 matches to go. I don't think we'll have any more forfeits.
At 138 pounds for Sioux Falls Gorman, we've got Keanu Lee, who is honorable mention in this week's ratings, and he'll face T Area's Sam Bullis.
Bullis.
Keon Lee. Honorable mention in the ratings. believe he is one match away from qualifying for the state tournament last year. Bullis, a second-year wrestler.
Yeah, 8th grader. Lee is an 8th grader. Bullis, sophomore.
Takedown for Lee, which is 3-0.
Just over a minute to go, first period.
Lee's got a cross-face cradle in, and there's a pin.
There's a pin, big pin for O'Gorman. Came into this one 22-17. Makes it 28-17 now. 144, this is Parker Wilson, the Junkyard Dog.
JYD.
Slayton Jones.
144 pounds for O'Gorman.
He's rated 3rd in the state, O'Gorman.
Okay.
And for TAHS,
Parker is honorable
Wilson,
mention.
who is receiving an honorable mention notice.
You and Jay Swadek are on the same page here tonight.
Jay and I wrestled each other about 15 times in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did Jay go?
What was the record in those
You know,
battles?
He went to Wagner, a powerhouse wrestling school, and we split matches, I think, but he got it when it counted. He beat me in the state finals.
Oh.
So yeah. Yeah, we had some good battles over the years. Now this is where we're going to see if Parker can pull out something.
All right, he's down 3-1, 6-1 now. Still first period, 1:15.
Slayton's only a freshman.
Yep.
Parker is senior. This is the first match, the only match that we'd have that's 2 rated wrestlers, top 12.
Okay.
So this is playing out right now just how Wilson wants it, according to you. 6-1 down.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
well, the new rules with the extra points might hurt him because he can't give up as many takedowns or moves to get behind.
Yeah.
So it isn't going to take as long to get the points up high.
Yeah, that is true because 2 takedowns equals the old 3, right?
Yeah, it does, yeah. So he could give up a few more moves last year.
Right.
So can't wait till the 3rd period anymore. It's going to start in the 2nd.
Points add up in a hurry, especially with
Dude.
4 back points. And
6-1 first period, under a minute to go. O'Gorman leading 28-17. O'Gorman leading here in the first period, 6-1.
there we go. Give him 1.
Got 1 there. So kind of worked into Slayton's favor there.
30 seconds.
It's a takedown.
Yep.
Makes it 9-2.
Oh.
9-2 after the first period. One for Parker. He's going to watch his ankles. Slayton's doing a good job of getting into his ankles. Staying low. He's in again on a shot.
90 seconds to go, 9-3. Slayton Jones O'Gorman leading Parker Wilson.
Slayton used to be in our youth program. Used to wrestle here in the youth program. His dad does a lot of coaching.
Okay.
He was an All-American at SDSU, his dad. Multiple state champ in Mitchell. Comes from a wrestling family. There's another three for Slayton. We've got a minute left, and it's 12-3.
144, 3 matches to go. O'Gorman early on beat Roosevelt. So did the Titans. They're both 1-0.
There we go.
Roosevelt leaves here 0-2.
Is that a reversal there?
Not yet. We're going to see what it develops into. Parker's going to try something big. That's just his style.
30 seconds to go, period 2.
He's scored so far as single legs, or escapes, I mean.
$15 seconds.
He's
Out of bounds with 4 seconds to go.
12-4.
Period 2 ends. Jones leading Wilson 12-4. O'Gorman leading T-Area Titans 28-17.
Parker doesn't have a lot of time here. He's got to figure some stuff out quick. He's giving up his ankles every time. And Parker gives up another takedown.
15-4. Jones in the lead. 90 seconds to go. Close to going out of bounds. Then they're out of bounds.
So when you say giving up the ankles every time, like what does that do to? Like, is he just being too tall? Is he?
Yeah, he's too tall. Slayton's got he's a lot lower, and he's just reaching and grabbing behind the ankle, and he can't sprawl. So definitely a difference in stance. Slayton's a guy that's doing all the shooting too.
Kind of like Cade, was it Cade?
Yeah.
In his match.
Under a minute to go. Period 3. Jones leading Wilson 15-5.
Oh,
Parker
that was
just trying to go big.
he was
Out of bounds.
They're out of bounds. Yeah. You're down by 10. You've got to go big now. 45 seconds. He's got to prevent Slayton from getting to his ankles.
Well, it happened a year ago.
It did.
It can happen again. 40 seconds. Period 3.
going big. He's
There
going
it is.
big.
There it is. He's junkyard dog. He's coming from behind. Can he hold him? He doesn't have it
No.
tight. He doesn't have it where he wants him.
Man,
But it's not over yet. There's still 30.
it is. There we go.
And he's going to let him go. Oh, look at that ankle. He's going big.
19 seconds. 15-9, favor of Jones. 15 seconds.
There's nothing there.
Nope. 10.
It's pretty sloppy right now. 15-9. He closed the gap. If he can get this near takedown, this will be
3
12 to 15.
seconds, 2, 1, and that's it.
Man, did he just
Ooh,
wait
he did
too
it. He did.
long?
Yeah,
or?
he did. He did. So it's 15-9. He lost by 6.
15-9.
He just let it get too far. So he got us back into just giving up 3 team points.
Right.
31-17 now, 2 matches to go.
Got a little dicey there at the end.
It
though.
He
did.
did, yeah.
Probably felt kind of comfortable for a while.
Bankrats and for T area. Receiving honorable mention, notice Trevin Honest.
Trevenos,
Pancratz is a great wrestler.
freshman. Stern Pancratz,
Yeah.
senior.
I'm not sure. He must not have wrestled last week. It's not on the rating chart, so
Pancratz pretty tall.
he is. And he's a senior. Strong.
How many weight classes are left after this
Two.
match? Two.
Yeah.
And if you are just
Bull
joining
Wurgle.
us,
Yeah.
O'Gorman is ahead in the team score, 31-17.
Hey, that's a football score.
It's good competition right here.
I think we have 3 left. Oh,
Three
no, we
after
started
this.
at 75. You're right. 2
Yeah.
left. Yep.
Following this one,
Following this one,
Okay.
2 more. Yep. Been a good duel so far.
it has some good matches.
Been nice to see 2 healthy teams. You know, he's long.
Still in bounds now, out of
Yeah,
bounds.
Pancratz is long.
He is.
He's got a long reach with those arms. Kind of like boxing, you get a little advantage with those that reach. You saw that with Slayton too. He was reaching and getting behind that ankle and taken down.
Still 0-0. 45 seconds into this one.
So last match we had a freshman senior. This match we have a freshman senior also.
Other way
just
around.
reversed.
Otis for T area, freshman. Under a minute to go, first period. Pancratz, senior from O'Gorman. Wrestling Trevin Otis, freshman from T area.
So, Jeremy, when you wrestled, did you, like, if somebody was longer, taller than you, how did you feel wrestling that? Like, is there a difference in how you wrestled? Like, you know what I mean? Like, did you feel confident or was there a disadvantage? Like, what is it like with the longer length arms, legs? When you're the wrestler, like, what are you thinking? What do you?
I think a lot of it just came down to you knew who the opponent was and the experience level. Everybody's got different builds. There's some really good wrestlers that are tall, and there's really good ones that are short and in between, but at the end of the day, there's different styles, and some of your moves will work better against a shorter or taller. I know you wrestle a short kid, they're compact, and there's
Not
just
a lot to grab.
Hard to stay behind them, hard to get under them because they're lower to the ground. Taller kids have a little bit harder time that way, so you just have to adjust your styles and your moves. You may do different moves as a tall kid than you would as a short.
So going into that match, are you thinking, okay, you know who you're wrestling and you have a game plan against that certain guy? Like, is there a lot of that going on?
Well, I'd say in today's world with as much video of matches there are, you're watching film, tape, and you're dissecting the matches. There's a match Connor had a few years ago when he was a freshman and got beat, I think, 3 times in the region tournament. He beat him. That's after the whistle. Should have been called. I was on an airplane ride from California to South Dakota, and I studied that film, and when I got home, I knew I told Connor I knew exactly which foot he steps is all patterned, right? And we practice, and he beat him. It's just if you watch enough film, everybody's got habits. They do the same
tendencies,
thing.
yeah.
They'll step left, they'll shoot right, they'll do a certain move, and then you just figure out how to counter it.
Out of bounds. 1 minute to go, period 2.
Connor used to wrestle Quincy a lot in the room and did really well against him because he knew what Quincy did, right? So you tie up Quincy's hands, it took his offense away. So just little things like that. If you hand control, your shots, your setups. I'm a big believer in watching film. I'm sure that's all sports, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
And it's so accessible now. Like you said, you
It
can watch
is.
any match, anytime.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some wrestlers are really good wrestlers. They'll do stuff on purpose because they know people are watching film, and then they save
Right.
stuff in their back pocket for the next
Good
guy.
idea.
Yeah.
Don't show it.
Don't show it.
20 seconds to go. Pancrat's leading 4-0 here.
7.
7 now.
7.
Great shot.
If you're watching at home, when you see Mitchell here run out on the floor, you know that's the 10 seconds, the tapper. So that's going to be it, period 2. Pancrat's leading 7-0. For the Titans, I think we're going to see Braden Nifke and Bo Wordle be the 2 wrestlers left for the Titans.
We'll have to make sure to get the broadcast link out there in the future on the duels, so
Right.
people know where to go.
Yep.
Both kids got a good stance there. Pancrat's definitely longer, taller. 7-0.
Just over 90 seconds left, period 3. When O'Gorman wrestled Roosevelt, it seemed like it was over in about 10 minutes.
That's because
It was.
This one is
So this is some good wrestling
Yeah.
here, and
Titans down 14, but they're hanging in there.
shorthanded, especially when you think about it. Good experience early in the season here.
Gorman's going to have a great year. They just got a really good group of young kids that are experienced along with their upperclassmen, and they got them spread out.
Yeah, that's
Under a
kind of
minute.
You know, Sheridan's it's going to be fun to watch him out in Rapid this weekend to see how if he can climb to the top of that podium. I'm sure he's a heavy favorite.
Where is that at out there? Is it at the?
Rushmore Plaza.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a good way for kids like that too to, compete against 9 different states and
Yeah.
showcase some of our talent. Keenan's
Yeah, that would be fun.
He's definitely, pound per pound, one of our better wrestlers in the state.
Under 30 seconds to go. Pancrat's leading 10-0. Under 20 seconds to go, 18 seconds.
Score stays as it is. It's a major. There's a shot by Otis. Let's see if he can get this. Oh, he didn't finish it. He let go of the leg. Now he come back to the leg. He's coming up. 4 seconds, 3.
There we go.
Is he going to get the 2? He's got the crotch lift. He's not. Good effort.
Yeah, it was.
Good effort at the end. He needs to do that a little bit more.
After the 10-1 major decision for O'Gorman, brings us to
Pancrat's wins that one, 10-1. Bo Wordle, freshman for the Titans.
(35-17) team scorers right now, with 2 matches left. Correct.
157 pounds for O'Gorman. We have Nick Giese and
Giese,
for the
senior.
area, Bo Wardell.
Wordle, freshman.
Another senior. Another senior freshman.
That's 3 in a row.
Yeah. Ooh. Reshot. Easy.
3-point takedown. Giese.
Just keeps moving.
Giese still leading 3-0. Coming down to minute left. Period 1. Second to last match of the night.
I haven't heard Amy very clearly yet over there. I'm just waiting. I'm seeing her. She's
Who's that?
Bo's mom,
Okay.
Amy Wordle. She's fun to watch during a match, like a lot of wrestling parents are.
And coaches, you see the coaches kind of
Oh,
standing
it's fun.
up.
Yeah, it's. You can
Neeson sits in the chair. He's pretty calm, but I've been watching O'Connor here tonight. He kind of gets himself twisted around, and I get it, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go, Bo.
24 seconds to go.
Bo is strong. Let's
Come
see
on,
if he
Bo.
can turn him. He's got that half in there. Nope, and it's not going to happen there.
2 on the reverse.
15 seconds.
That's it. He's fighting hard. This is the most I've seen Bo move. I mean, he's moving quick tonight.
10 seconds. Period 1.
There's Amy.
It's 4-3. Comes back.
Good period there.
Choice. This is one of the best matches I've seen in Bo yet this year. He's really, really going.
Yeah.
He's gotten very strong.
He is.
Just
He is.
his frame is.
As a freshman.
Uh,
I know he lifts hard.
Period 2. Wordle of T leading 4-3 for now.
Gorman's got this wrapped up for team score. Good to get another victory.
Here we go.
Well, Gorman's got 7
There we go,
seniors.
Bo.
Hey, look at there. Now the crowd is loud.
Bloody nose.
Bloody nose.
103 to go. Period 2.
He's coming back. He's wrestling really well.
6-3. Wordle.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me. 7 seniors.
Wow.
Gorman has.
Wow.
So they got a heavy senior class this year. And a good 8th, 9th grade class coming back up.
Next up for the Titans.
No sophomores, 1 junior.
Wow.
So a really gap there. Really,
Man, that's.
this is their year.
Yeah.
7 seniors.
Yep.
They're gonna have a good year. So I'm, excited for those guys too.
Stay healthy and
Yeah.
it could be a force.
They built a really good coaching staff over the last 5 years over there, and spent a lot of time with these kids.
That's awesome.
Paying off. Good to see the competition level stay strong.
103. Period 2. Wordle leading 6-3.
There we go. He's on top. Yeah, 6-3. He's going hard. He's fighting hard for this team right now. He wants to try to get the win, but then bonus points too. Period 2. We're just halfway through this match.
And I imagine when him and Sammy are going at it at home, Sam isn't letting up on anybody because Sam just doesn't do that. Like it's not in Sam's DNA to be soft on somebody. I've seen him at baseball practice on the turf with his teammates in baseball, and he's trying to end them. So I'm sure Bo has felt that too.
Yeah.
And aside from that, you'd never think they were like that.
Oh, no,
They're
no.
Very quiet.
But very coachable, very.
10 seconds.
You tell them something, they're going to go out and do it.
I'm sure their parents would agree. There it is. Wordle leading 6-3 after 2 minutes to go, 3rd period.
So when will Dawson wrestle?
I'm not sure. Not sure when they'll be back. I'm not sure when Sam. I don't know when any of those guys are going to be back. I didn't know that Chase was going to be back tonight until he stepped on the mat. So
What was Dawson's injury during football?
I don't know.
I know he was dinged a little bit, a game or two.
Coach Weber said that last night. He's got some basketball players that are still dinged up from football, and I almost feel bad for everybody. Football is the first sport, and then you get the leftovers, whoever's not hurt.
Yeah.
My wife made that comment during football. She's like, can't they move that to the spring?
Yeah. Look at that strength there. Look at the strength.
Just
he
raw
just powered.
strength. Wow.
He shot in on that double leg, and his head got buried in the middle. It should have been on the side, but he just used his power in his arms and just didn't give up.
9-3 under 90 seconds to go.
It's impressive.
Yeah. You'd think they live on a farm with no tractors. Yeah, he's strong. And it's just his will. He just didn't give up.
Yeah, that's when you put that whole package together in a freshman. That's pretty exciting.
Nine 3, 107 to go, third period.
I taught him for a year in middle school, and I don't think he ever said a word. Bo, never. I didn't hear his voice. And everything he did his best on. And
so Bo cut him, gave the points. So that means he's going to try to get another takedown here.
Under a minute, third period.
He's got to stay low and take that shot. Ooh. And he gives up 3. So that's a 4-point change there.
9-7, 45 seconds to go.
So now they're going to cut Bo, and if they get the takedown, they're going to win this match.
Bo's looking a little tired right now.
Well, there we go. Get that leg. Now he's in good position.
Yeah, because he's got the strength.
There you go.
He's got the strength.
To his back. There it
down.
is. Let's see if he can finish it. 32 seconds. So he's got that in pretty tight. He's
Come on,
strong.
squeeze that.
26 seconds.
Come on.
26. Let's see if he gets it. This will be a big win for Bo.
What a takedown, and late in the third,
Oh,
too.
he's not. It slipped out.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
So he gets 4.
Brought his teammates to their feet.
Yeah.
That's fun to watch.
Yeah. So it'll be a major decision. 3 seconds left.
17-7. Bo Wordle gets some people
Great
on
match.
their feet in the crowd as well.
Great
job by him.
2 big matches we had tonight were freshman wins.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
They were the ones that got the people on their feet, too. That's fun.
This is my surprise of the night. Braden Nifke, you said he was new to the sport. He's a sophomore. He doesn't go to T. He's in the district. He homeschools. One of 10 kids. But, man, did he look powerful in his first match. Who's he going to get from O'Gorman here?
This isn't him. This is someone else.
165 for T-Area, Trevor Cordell, and for Sioux Falls Gorman, Gavin Boyle.
Okay, we do have one more after this then. Because
Cordell. This is Cordell. And who was O'Gorman?
I'm not sure.
So I haven't seen Cordell wrestle yet this year.
Big takedown to start this thing.
He was JV last year.
I don't see him on the roster. What grade is he? Oh, there he is. He's a freshman, Trevor Cordell. Okay.
He's got a pretty good freshman class coming up.
Yeah, Eimers, Wilson. And you've got
Bo
and Trevor Otis. And
Yeah.
Trevor Cordell wrestling now.
Solid group.
Theke Lual not wrestling here tonight. So 190-pounder.
You got Fortin as an 8th grader right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Woodring must be Tyler's brother.
It is, yes.
Team score right now, O'Gorman 35, T-Area 21 with 2 to go.
I think this is last.
I've seen
Nifke.
You can see Nifke over there walking around. He's been getting high fives from some teammates, so he's.
Yeah, it looks like they have one over here pacing, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was with you, though. I thought this was the final one.
He locked hands. Got to release those before he comes down. And maybe he didn't lock. Well, he's got a bar arm. He's got to use this.
.30 seconds to go, period 1.
Turn to the cradle.
It's going to get him.
He got to have
Oh, he let it
Got
break.
out.
Yeah.
get 4 on that one.
Either way, O'Gorman's got the dual one.
Yeah.
Right.
35-21.
15. 10 seconds. It's the end of period 1. Titans leading 7-0 here.
Cordell, a strong kid, 165.
Yeah, he is.
It's 3 big freshmen coming. So he's got both legs in. Cordell should be trying to catch those with his hands before they come in. Now he's got to try to shake them off.
.90 seconds to go, period 2.
So Cordell had both legs in, and then he collapsed his hands around the body. So that's locked hands, so Cordell gets a point out of that.
Okay, I was just going to say. I'm
Yeah. So now he's
confused on that.
stay in, stay in. (8-0 T).
One minute to go, period 2.
Turn the tables right here. There we go.
Oh, Cordell is
Wow.
got himself in a cradle. Can he get out of it is the question. It looks pretty sloppy. If he can scoop that head with the right hand. .36 seconds left.
Yep.
The crowd's getting
There we
loud.
go. There we go.
There's going to be a reversal.
Get that head up.
30 seconds. Period 2.
25. He should really work
Yeah.
for that reversal to try to get the near fall. There it is. Start counting. You got 2 count.
15 seconds.
So you got the reversal and then the
Reversal.
2, so it's a 4-point move.
12-0.
1 period left.
He's a really strong kid, too.
He
Wow.
is. Yeah, he almost had a full Nelson there. Clark was looking for it.
Period 2, 12-0.
I remember these freshmen when I was teaching 7th grade. And during that state wrestling tournament, if they weren't there, we had to watch it in the classroom. So I was like, all for it. I was like, okay, let's do it.
Good job,
awesome.
guys. You did a number on Mr. Williamson.
That's good. So they chose neutral, so if we get a takedown, it's a tech fall. We get 5 points, and if he chose down, we turn and pin him, we get 6, right? So it's a strategy of team points. I think either though it doesn't matter, but well, he shot in deep.
Yeah, he did.
And there's a takedown. So 12-3. And he put the legs in. He's not giving up here. He's down by 12. Coming back, put both legs in.
You just try to scoot off the mat if you're Cordell.
Let's see another illegal move.
12-3, Cordell up 120. 121
So
to
that's
go.
the second one. So the next illegal move he does, we get 2 points. So it's 1-1-2 and then DQ.
He locked him again there. Is that what they said?
Yep, he did. So he's going to go neutral. Cordell needs to get his offense back and shoot.
13-3 here with minute 21.
Gorman had a really good shot that last time. He's turned up the gas here. He's coming at him hard.
Yeah, he's got some juice left.
He wants to come from behind here, pick up this win. Cordell's looking at the clock. Yeah, there's a change of tide here. Cordell's hanging on. Gorman wants to win.
1 minute.
Here's another takedown. That's 2 in the last 30.
14-5.
He's going to let him up.
Cordell of Thierry leading this one. 45 seconds to go.
He's at a major right now. His mouthpiece is out of his mouth. He's chewing on it
Yeah,
like
it
a
is.
piece of gum.
Still 14-6.
They're going to cut him to break the major. Now Cordell better shoot. He's
30
out of
seconds.
gas. Cordell's backing. And there's another shot. Warning.
There we go. That's
Oh,
that
right
does it.
there.
That does it.
He looks like he's
Come on.
flat. 16 seconds. Can he get him?
Yep,
There it
he
is.
got him.
There, Cordell Tiaria.
I didn't
Wow.
think he had that left.
I thought the gas tank was empty.
8 seconds left on the clock.
Wow. That's good stuff.
I'm with you guys. I thought he was tired and done, and O'Gorman seemed like they were on the attack, and I thought, boy, they're just watching the clock, and wow.
Baiting him there, huh?
Trevor Cordell, he's put together.
Yeah.
That's good
Needs-
stuff. Good stuff there.
Need to get on the treadmill, though.
And 175 pounds for Gorman, Tyler Oines.
Tyler Oines,
Man,
senior.
this match is really close to really being a deciding thing. If you'd give a pin here in a near fall, 2 points,
Yeah.
2 more points, and this thing would be a
Yep.
deciding match. In team score, what happens if there is a tie at the end? Is it
Yeah,
just
there's a tiebreaker
Okay.
rule. So criteria, I think the first is if somebody has unnecessary roughness or flagrant misconduct. It goes down a chart.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
So
I've had it a few times. Most wins, most match points.
okay,
There's about 20 different criteria. You just keep going down until you break one.
sure.
So there's a takedown and an escape, so it's 3-1.
Nifke trailing.
First year
3 to
wrestler
1.
for T.
Three more.
6-1.
Nifke down 6-1, last match of the night. O'Gorman's going to win this one, but it is 35-27 right now. Titans, a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, it's a good competitive duel.
Mm-hmm.
Another takedown. And you can just see here, we got the strength, we don't have the experience. So it's just it's learning right now. He's getting thrown in with the wolves right here, right out of the gate, but this is how you learn the best. There's a shot. Got to keep those hips under him. Now he's got to circle to his left if he wants to finish this. Got to keep circling.
30 seconds left, period 1.
Oh, he got his hips down. Now he's flat, so he gave up the takedown.
Blood.
12-3 Oines.
So you said he is homeschooled, right? Correct.
Yep.
So how does that work for grade? Is he classified as a sophomore? Like how does that
That's a
work?
good question. I know his brother is, I believe, a junior. He played football.
What's the name? Did you say?
Braden.
Ganifke or Nifke.
10th grader, sophomore.
So okay, sophomore.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know if they did that like classified like that as a homeschool or how that works.
Great.
Does he play football?
Or maybe I think this is Braden that played football. I'm confused because they have so many
He
kids.
must
this
have.
is Braden.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, boy, he looks a lot like his brother, but I think this is Braden that played
Yeah.
football. Okay.
Yeah, I think Neeson recruited him this year.
Okay.
In the football field. That's what I heard.
12-4 here.
I tell you what, his effort is great. He's trying as hard as he can. Look at that. Just keep going.
It's the end of period
Oh,
1.
almost. Oh, did he? Ooh. So there. Well,
He said he locked his hands.
Oh, he said no. So they're saying no. That's the right call. Another 4 seconds it would have been.
Fun fact about Braden Nifke, we took a selfie together on the field in warm-ups this year. We had a mutual friend we sent it to. And I didn't know what I was doing because I said, thanks. And he said, you didn't take it because I had a delay, so we had to take it again. I felt kind of stupid, but
12-4.
So when you're an experienced wrestler wrestling somebody like this who's just stronger as an ox, like is that kind of dangerous too?
It is really, yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. That's probably the easiest way for an experienced wrestler to get hurt. Because you can anticipate what should happen, but with an inexperienced wrestler, that never happens.
There's no tendencies. There's no rules.
No.
It's like,
So out of, you wrestle someone and you do a certain move and the opposite person always goes the same direction. With someone without experience, it just doesn't work that way. So you do see injuries with really in these scenarios just because.
and then you add the strength factor too. It's
Right.
one that he's inexperienced, but then he can also
Yeah.
get you down.
Yeah, I hope he sticks it out.
Yeah, he's
hope
got a
he,
good build, man.
Yeah. He just needs more mat time. That's all it is.
Yep.
Still time too. When you have that kind of strength and just
Yeah.
pick up, especially when you're watching really good wrestlers every day in the room. Experienced
against them.
champions, state.
And you can tell he's a good athlete. He'll pick it up quick. He's already picked up a lot quick. The stuff he's doing just with a couple weeks practice isn't really impressive. Second period, a little over a minute left. 12-4. Now it's 12-5.
5.
Shoots in again, just can't finish. Got to work on bringing his hips with him. Doing more of a diving shot versus following your hips. Maddox Slykehouse was the best at having your hips under you when you shoot, under your chest. See a little blood on the singlet.
I have a friend who has an 8th grade wrestler here in T that was recruited by Rod Fortin, who was his football coach. And Rod said, hey, you need to wrestle. And he's really enjoying it. Talked to his dad last night and really enjoying being a wrestler. And
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right there,
Certainly
that's
helps
a
with
big
football.
mistake. You looked into it. That's just you think you're doing the right thing by turning in, but you don't turn in. So
it's a great way for him to learn.
Yep.
yeah, you'll watch film on that. He won't do that again. He just turned into it.
One is with the fall for Gorman.
So there's another 6.
Ends our duel that makes the final score. Sioux Falls Gorman 41.
41-27. Enjoyable night of wrestling.
Yeah, it was a successful night, I would say, for many of those T wrestlers tonight.
Yeah, both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides have some really good wrestlers.
Yeah, you can tell O'Gorman's going to be a force too.
We'll be back. Two more events. We'll broadcast. And thanks, guys, for joining me tonight.
That was fun.
Yeah, thank the listeners.
Yes, thank you. And join us again. We'll be back for 2 more events, Titan Wrestling. And Rick Williamson, thank you, my friend. And Jeremy Eimers, we really appreciate you with all your wrestling insight and sharing it with us and your time. So thanks much.
Thank you for having me,
And we'll
look
be
forward
back
to the next one.
Yes, sir. Titan Nation, thanks for tuning in. For Rick Williamson, Jeremy Eimers, I'm Shad Hockey. Bye for now.